All right, y'all. We give praise, esteem, and honor to Abba and Shamaim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach this day. Pick us up in John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and there they will testify of me, and you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. I come by Abba's name, and you receive me not. And if another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe which receive honor one from another, and not the honor that comes from Elohim only? Do not think that I will accuse you to Abba. There's one that accused you, even Moses, in whom you trust. And you believe Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how should you believe my words? All esteem and praise to Abba and Shamaim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom, Brother Craig, man. Amen, man. Come on with us, Hibbo. Revelation 5:1.
And I saw on the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within it on the backside, sealed with
Shalom,
seven seals.
Shalom, Miguel.
And I saw a strong Malachim proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof. No man in Shamayim, nor in the earth, nor under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the seven seals thereof. And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the four beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as it had been slain, and the 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 ruachs of Elohim, sent forth into all the earth. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints. And they sung a new song, saying, you are worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For you were slain and have redeemed us to Elohim by your blood out of every kindred, tongue, and people and nation. And have made us unto our Elohim kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
Go ahead.
And I beheld, and I heard the voice of many Malachim round about the throne, and the beasts and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000.
Okay, that's good. Let's hit the Zechariah 4, man. Get right back into it.
And the Malachim that talked with me came again and waked me as a man that is waking out of his sleep, and said unto me, what see you? And I said, I have looked, and behold, a candlestick all of gold, and a bowl upon the top of it, and its 7 lamps.
What's happening, Dante?
And 7 pipes to the 7 lamps which are upon the top thereof, and 2 olive trees by it, one upon the right side of the bowl, and the other upon the left side thereof. So I answered and spake to the Malachim that talked with me, saying, what are these, my Lord? Then the Malachim that talked with me answered and said unto me, know you not what these be? And I said, no, my Lord. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, this is the word of Yahuwah unto Zerubbabel, saying, not by might, nor by power, but by my ruach, saith Yahuwah of hosts. Who are you, O great mountain? Before Zerubbabel you shall become a plain, and he shall bring forth the headstone thereof with shoutings, crying, grace, grace unto it. Moreover, the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, the hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house.
Pause. It said the hands of who?
Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house.
And his hands are what?
Shall also finish it.
And you shall know
that Yahuwah of hosts have sent me unto you.
So let's pause for a moment to tell him what Zerubbabel means.
That is sown in Babylon.
Sown in Babylon. Now I want you to go to Isaiah 28 and 14. No, 15 actually.
Wherefore, hear the word of Yahuwah, you scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem, because you have said, we have made a covenant with death and with agreement, and the overflowing scourge shall pass through. It shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Therefore, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation of stone.
Oh, lay in what?
And a foundation, a stone, a tried stone.
A what stone?
A tried stone.
A chief?
Precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believes shall not make haste.
A sure foundation. He said the hands of Zerubbabel laid the foundation. I want you to go back to Zechariah 4 and 9, give him the definition of laid.
That is your saw, to found, to fix, to establish, to lay foundation.
To establish or to lay the foundation. Give me Psalms 118, man. Verse 14, I suppose. I probably got you in the wrong spot. This okay. I'll tell you in a second. Oh, definitely do. Let me see what 14 say. 14 ain't gonna hurt nobody. Go ahead.
Yahuwah is my strength and song, and has become my salvation.
Indeed.
The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacle of the righteous.
Indeed.
The right hand of Yahuwah do valiantly.
They do what?
Do valiantly.
What else?
The right hand of Yahuwah is exalted. The right hand of Yahuwah do valiantly. I shall not die, but live and declare the works of Yahuwah. Yahuwah hath chastened me before, but he hath not given me over unto death. Open to me the gates of righteousness. I will go into them, and I will praise Yahuwah. Go ahead. The gate of Yahuwah into which the righteous shall enter. I will praise you, for you have heard me and are become my salvation. That's right. The stone which the builders refused, there it is become the headstone of the corner. The stone that the builders did what? Refuse. Has become the headstone of the corner. And this is who's doing? This is Yahuwah's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. Now, we want to establish something, right? Because again, it tells you what? Shalom, Sister Regina. It tell you what? The hands of Zerubbabel laid the foundation. Go back and tell them what foundation means, man. Matter of fact, I got it, because there's something I'm going to do with that. Now, foundation should be the same word you'll see for firmament, maybe. Yasad, Yad, Samak, and Dalit. Now, of course, this is the found to establish, the later foundation, to establish or begin. So you got Yad, Samak, and Dalit. So what would you take thinking about Yad, Samak, and Dalit? You know, you got the right hand. You know, you got Dalit, which is the hanging, with the hanging by the door. And Samak, you would grab hold. So you grab hold of Yahushua who was hanged. This is the foundation. Why is this a foundation? Again, this is referring back to what we were mentioning last evening. You know what I'm saying? That the foundation of the whole faith is built upon the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. Again, read me Luke 16 and 16. The law and the prophets were until John. Since that time, the kingdom of Elohim is preached, and every man pressed into it. The law and the prophets were till who? Until John. It was till who? John. Now, since the kingdom of Elohim is preached, and every man pressed into it. Pressed into it. Go ahead, give him preach by definition. As Yubelizo, that is to bring good news, to announce glad tidings. Isaiah 52:7 on the strength. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bring good tidings, that publish shalom, that bring good tidings of good, shalom, that publish salvation, that say unto Zion, Yah Elohim reign. To do what? Yah Elohim reign. You say, how beautiful are the what? Upon the mountains are the feet of him that bring good tidings. Now, why is this important? The good tidings. See, the good tidings was, I know a lot of people want to think that were good tidings in the beginning, but that wasn't what that was. The law in itself is not good tidings. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? And how do we know that? Because Torah simply means instruction. So that in and of itself cannot be good tidings. Let's read Isaiah 28:9 on general principle. Say, whom shall we teach knowledge, and whom shall we make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, line. Precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people. Now, go back to that word doctrine. That is Shemuah, report, news, rumor, tidings. Tidings. So read that verse in its totality again. Say none y'all don't already know. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Who shall he make to understand the tidings? Who is he going to cause to understand the gospel? 1 John 5:17. All unrighteousness is sin, and there's a sin not unto death. We know that whosoever is born of Elohim sin not. But he that is begotten of Elohim keep himself, and that wicked one touch him not. And we know that we are of Elohim, and the whole world lie in wickedness. And we know that the Son of Elohim is come. And have given us an understanding that we may know him that is true, and we are in him that is true. Even in his Son Yahushua Mashiach, this is the true Elohim and eternal life. Little children, keep yourself from idols. Now he say we know the Son of Elohim come and giving us an understanding. Now he referenced something. Shalom, Quran. You a brute, man. Go to John 17:1, what he's referencing. These words spake Yahushua and lifted up his eyes at Shamaim and said, Abba, the hour has come, esteem your son, that your son also may esteem you. As you have given him power over all flesh, that he should give eternal life to as many as you have given.
Give eternal life to as many as you've given him.
This is life eternal, that they might know you, the only true Elohim.
That they might do what?
Know you.
Like, know in Hebrew is to know by experience. So what he's discussing is what he coming to do is that you might experience God. Continue.
The only true Elohim, Yahushua HaMashiach, whom you have sent. I have esteemed you on the earth. I have finished the work that you gave me to do. And now I will esteem you me with your own self, with the esteem which I had with you
before the world was.
I have manifested your name unto the men which you gave me out of the world. Yours they were, and you gave them me, and they have kept your word.
Now we talk about what it is to manifest his name. That's Exodus 34, right? Now we just referencing something because he said the hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house, which is to establish it and begin it. Now we want to look at a statement from Yahushua in Matthew 16 and 13. After that, we'll go to Ephesians chapter 2.
When Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, Whom do men say that I am the son of man?
What did he say?
And they said, Some say that you are John the Baptist, some Elijah, and others Jeremiah or one of the prophets. He said unto them, But whom say you that I am?
What Peter said?
Simon Peter answered and said, You are the Mashiach, the son of the living Elohim.
What the Lord said?
Yahushua answered and said unto him, Baruch are you, Simon Barjona,
for
flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto you,
but my
Abba, which is in Shamaim.
What he say?
And I say also unto you that you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my assembly, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against you.
Give him rock and build, man.
Rock is pt3, a rock, cliff, or edge.
Go and give him build.
And then you got, metaphorically, it's a man like a rock by reason of his firmness and strength of soul. And build is oikodomeo, that is to build a house.
So listen, this house is being built upon the firmness and fidelity of one individual, but it's built upon a foundation that's already been established. This is Yahushua established in the foundation. That's what we read Psalms 118 for. That's what we read Isaiah 28 for. But now let's go back to, Ephesians 2. What it is, man, about 17.
And came and preached shalom to you which were afar off, and to them that were near. For through him we both have access by one Ruach unto the Abba. Now therefore you are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints in the household of Elohim, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles.
Built upon the what?
The foundation of the apostles
and the
prophets, Yahushua HaMashiach himself being the chief cornerstone.
Now, there's where the question lies. What does that mean? Read it again, Civic.
It's saying are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets.
How do you explain that? You'll have people now say we follow the apostles' doctrine, or we do this, or we do that. Read it again, because this is in framework of what we discussed last night. You need to understand what he's conveying here and what he's conveying and how it's explained.
Okay, now therefore you are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of Elohim.
You ain't got to go back to all that.
And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahushua HaMashiach himself being the chief cornerstone.
Built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets. How do you explain that? How are the people built on their foundation? Because it says Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of the house, and his hands gonna finish it. I want you to read John 2 and 17 while they ponder upon that. Shalom, Brother Marvin, man. Oh, yeah, boy, I run me another 20 cash on solitaire, boy. Every time a nigga win, boy, they make you go on a losing streak, too. I'm going to keep stinging them nigga, too. Every time I run one up, I'm just go ahead and withdraw him.
It says, disciples, remember that it was written, the zeal of your house have eaten me up. Then answered the Yahudim and said unto him, what sign show you unto us, saying that you do these things? Yahushua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
But he spake.
Then said the Yahudim, 46 years was the temple in building, and when you rear it up in 3 days, but he spake of the temple of his body.
Peace, Brother Joseph. He spake of the temple of his body, correct? Haggai chapter 2, man, on general principle, man, verse 7. And who that is? That Doris? I know you. I told Sylvia one day I'm gonna ride. When I ride, go to the store. I'm gonna pull over to your house, knock on the door, and run. Jump back in my car. I ain't gonna cut it off. Shoot, you know, not me. I'm gonna have a shiesty on. You uploaded it. That wasn't me, nigga. Called me Shaggy, nigga. It wasn't me. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know y'all live next to a funky cracker with a Confederate flag.
Yeah, but our two neighbors on both sides are really nice.
Are they?
Oh yeah, they are.
How you know? You don't know them people.
Because I talked to them.
So you talked to a nigga one time and you made that determination.
I talked to my neighbor on the left side a few times.
So you know them, huh? They good people. Huh?
She introduced me to her grandkids and everything.
No, so that means, son, serial killers do that too.
Get out.
I'm protected.
Yeah, I think they offered me a soda. That's what they offered me a soda.
They offered you a soda. They could try to touch on you after that, didn't they?
Oh, man.
I didn't say it was a man.
That's why I Bible study.
Yeah, it's probably an old white woman. Yeah, handsome young fella. Come here. You want a soda? Look how she looking. I didn't know you like old white women. He do.
It's a white lady that
Handsome
stayed
little
there time, sitting with the dead walking. She's like, oh, they go to handsome fellas.
Look here, man. White women say, "Hey, I like dog meat, legs and thighs."
Say the 70s was a wild time.
Wild time. That's crazy.
Yeah, the last time she was like, it's such about y'all. She's like, don't serve the Lord.
What's happening with your Vegas now? I see why you would say that, Quran. We want you to be scripturally more specific.
You did Abraham in Genesis?
No. It said read that passage with the foundation of the apostles and the prophets. The Quran mentioned the testimony of Yahushua, him being the Messiah, the son of the living Elohim, is the foundation, the cornerstone. But now I need you to be scripturally specific based off of this statement. Read it again. This is Ephesians 2:20, I believe. Peace, brother, oh my man.
Yeah, and are built upon the foundation of
the foundation of the who?
The apostles
and
prophets, Yahushua HaMashiach himself being the chief cornerstone.
We established that he the chief cornerstone. You could sit that one out. You know what I'm saying? Now I want you to give them built and foundation in Greek one more time. We talked about what an apostle is, but he can define it for you one more time. We didn't talk about what a prophet is, but he can define it for you right now. Because of what I want you to be able to do is, because what Quran said is not incorrect. What I need from you is for you to be scripturally specific. I'm talking about lineage. You know what I'm saying? Now, what Quran mentioned is something that what you would say to somebody in conversation. You know what I'm talking about? I need you to line this whole up like you at the barbershop. You understand? Because I need to reiterate, his answer is not wrong. I want each and every one of you gentlemen to have the ability to disseminate it to its simplest compound right out the text where there leaves no doubt. I always want you to think of Apollos from Alexandria, that when he stepped to them people, he only knew the immersion of John, and he showed them publicly out of the scriptures that Yahushua was the anointed one. I want you to be able to say, well, how is that the foundation? I need you to be able to break that down. I need you to do like they make the children do in school now, man. I need you to show your work how you came to that conclusion.
Build is epicodameo, that is to build upon or build up.
To build upon. Keep in mind, I gave you a clue already. We read a verse that's a clue into this to help you out. I'm not going to tell you. Go ahead.
And that foundation is the Malios, to lay down as a foundation, the foundation of a building, wall, or city.
Boom. Foundation of a building. The beginnings of?
It says foundations, the beginnings, the first principles of institution or system of truth.
Pause. He said the first principles. Proverbs 4:7. Now, of course, we can be able to, sprinkle some other stuff on there, you know what I mean? For good points and measures.
That is, wisdom is the principal thing.
And principle means what? The beginning. Give him principle by definition, because you already know the verse, so it's not like we reading something you ain't familiar.
The principal thing is Reshith,
which is the beginning.
The best, the chief.
The best, the chief. This is the beginning. So the foundation of the house is akin to wisdom. Now read 1 Corinthians 1 and 30. He's saying all you're getting, get understanding. Now read 1 Corinthians 1 and 30. Now, why is this important? Because we're talking about these two witnesses with Moses and Elijah, as far as these two witnesses seem to be coming in said spirit. You know what I'm talking about? And we talked about what were the two things that Moses and Elijah's testimony centered around. It was causing the people to return unto Yahuwah because they were worshiping idols. And it was Moses testifying. Because remember, what was Pharaoh representative of in Egyptian culture? God. You know what I'm saying? So he's testifying against he who claims himself to be God, to let the people go, or as it says in Acts, he's a deliverer.
Could you pull that Deuteronomy 18? Prophet, like Moses?
No. But it's a good try. You roll the dice, you roll snake eyes. How much money you put on the table? Because we need to confiscate that. We'll take it. Go ahead.
Say, but of him are you in Hamashiach Yahusha of Elohim is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification.
Now he's been made unto you wisdom. Yahusha is the firstborn of all creation. So he's the chief principal thing, which is wisdom. Why is wisdom the chief principal thing? Go to Job 28. 28 and 13. Yeah, we already read that one, Ron. We're going to build up to something. Because he said the apostles, he said the foundation is built on the apostles, the prophets, Yahusha, the chief cornerstone. So truth be told, the prophets are built on the cornerstone first. Then the apostles are built on that. But as far as in this dispensation of time, the apostles are what you built on. I'm trying to help you out, give you some clues. Go ahead.
You said Job what?
28 and 13.
Said, man know not the price thereof, neither is it found in the
back
land
up
of
to 9 then.
Said he put forth his hand upon the rock, he overturned the mountains by the roots.
Mm-hmm.
He cut out rivers among the rocks, and his eyes see every precious thing.
Every precious.
He bind the floods from overflowing, and the thing that is hid bring ye forth to light.
Mm-hmm.
But where shall wisdom be found?
Where shall what?
Wisdom be found, and where is the place of understanding?
Where is that?
Say, man know not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living.
It's not found where?
In the land of the living.
God damn.
It's cold.
Just a little breeze. That's that wake up.
Go ahead. Muffin Man.
So the depth say, if it is not in me, and the sea say.
Now this is referencing to him preaching to the spirits in prison, by the way, for those who ain't aware.
It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be valued with the gold of Ophir, the precious onyx, or the sapphire. The gold and crystal cannot equal it, and the exchange of it shall not be for jewels of fine gold.
Mm-hmm.
No mention shall be made of coral or pearls, for the price of wisdom is above rubies.
Price of wisdom is what?
Above rubies.
That's right.
The topaz of Ethiopian shall not equal it, neither shall it be valued with pure gold. Whence then come wisdom, and where is the place of understanding? Seeing it is hid from the eyes of all living, takes close from the fowls of the air.
He said the place of wisdom is hidden from the eyes of all living, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we read last night, the faith is the thing, the substance of things not seen. So listen, right? And he said, you know that the heavens and was fashioned with things that you can't see. So this is why we point to that, because that's the principal thing. You know what I'm talking about? Or the first thing. Yahusha is the first thing, because that's what it said foundation meant, the beginning of something. Yahusha is the beginning of something. So how you built on the foundation of the apostles? Read Ephesians 2 and 20 again.
And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets.
Now, built upon the foundation of who?
The apostles and the prophets.
Now take me to Matthew 13. Give me verse 13. Tell me what that say.
Therefore speak I to them in parables.
That's it.
Because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
Hold on, Quran. Just walk with me. Go ahead.
And then this fulfill the prophecy of Isaiah, which said, "By hearing you shall hear and shall not understand.
What else?
By seeing you shall see and shall not perceive.
What else?
For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing.
What else?
And their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart.
And I should
be converted, and I should heal them.
What else?
But Baruch are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear.
Why?
For truly I say unto you that many prophets and righteous.
Many what?
Many prophets and righteous
have
desired to see those things you see and have not seen them, and to hear
boom.
Those things.
See, now this is what we're dealing with, Quran. Not passages that refer to wisdom. Not passages that refer that the apostles are the foundation. How are they the foundation? How are we going to explain how they're the foundation? Because that means they're the beginning. So what does that look like? I would see why you would say that. But let's take it a step further. Let's go to Isaiah 43 and 10. Because I'm doing this here, basically this is coming to my mind based on what we were talking about last night with the focus of that testimony is important. Without that testimony, you ain't no threat to the beast or the false prophet or Babylon. They don't care nothing about what you talking about. They don't care nothing about you talking about we Israelites return to the law. That's not no threat to them. Why? Because this man is saying that he is above God, that he is God, and that he has understanding the dark sentences, taking texts that are referring to the Son of God and say they're referring to him. Let's read Daniel 8 and 23 before you read Isaiah 43.
Them being the first ones to know the plan of salvation.
Yeah, they got the pack. That's how you built on that, because they're the beginning. And you're built on them. See, we're going to read that in John 17. Because he said that not only that those, but those that will believe on me through them. See, we don't have access to the Son without them. You know what I'm talking about? So they're the beginning. You know what I'm talking about? And the prophets bear witness of that, but the prophets didn't know. They are deciphering what the prophets spoke of. Why do we say that? Because what does 1 Peter chapter 1 tell you? That the prophets and the angels desired to know these things and didn't know them. You know what I'm saying? What do we also read regularly? Romans 16:25, and through the scriptures of the prophets, which has now been revealed for the righteous obedience of faith. He said the mystery been revealed. You know what I'm talking about? But the apostles are the foundation because they have the witness first. And they spread that. I told the people that in Grand Rising the other day, like when you look at that testimony, it don't tell, like you'll have people, they always scream that, well, why didn't Jesus and the apostles talk about a virgin birth? You don't know if they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And you know why you don't? Because you're looking for that explicitly laid out. When it told you that he showed them everything in the law of Moses, we're going to read it, and in the Psalms and in the prophets concerning himself, it doesn't detail what he taught them. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's God-given. This is why he said, that's why we read that last night, about a false apostle. What is a false apostle coming with? A different witness than Yahusha, because that's why I asked you, what is an apostle? That's an emissary. That's an ambassador. That is a representative of an individual. If that individual doesn't have the proper information, then he can't be an ambassador for this person. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what I meant when I asked that, is to get you to all the way down. And the clue verse that we were discussing that gave it away was the law and the prophets was until John. Now the kingdom of heaven is preached and all men are pressed into it. You know what I'm saying? Or the son of Elohim is coming, giving us an understanding that should include your mind in, if it came back to mind, to Luke 24. Because that's why I kept focusing on the foundation or the beginning. Because the apostles are the beginning. So therefore you have to be built on them and what they were preaching. Why? Because the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Let's continue. What we at with it, Silvo? Go ahead.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power.
Not by his own power.
And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the Kadash people.
Listen.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Tell him what craft is, man. It ain't craft macaroni and cheese. What kind of craft it is?
That's deceit. Or treachery.
Deceit, treachery. What did we read in 2 Corinthians 11? Amen. Don't be corrupted from the simplicity of Hamashiach. And if anybody bring another gospel or preach another Yahushua or come with another spirit, you might bear well with them. And such are false apostles. They're false representatives. They mean they bring in a different gospel. See, people think a different gospel is Christianity per se, or, you know, the prosperity. No, man, they're testifying of a different God. Now, you might could put Western Christianity in that box, but it's literally bearing witness of a different gospel. Go ahead.
Through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hands. He shall magnify himself in his heart, and by shalom shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes.
And shall be
broken without hand.
Go ahead.
And the vision of the evening and the morning.
You read the verse and say he understand the dark sins. I don't know.
That's 23.
Yeah, read 23 again.
He say in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressor come to the full.
Indeed.
A king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences.
See, now that he had understanding the dark sentences. So go to 2 Corinthians 11 and 11 again, man. And this is why it's always important to look at verses in the context. Now, remember, the context of what he about to read came from verse 3 in 2 Corinthians 11. Be not corrupted from the simplicity in Hamashiach as the serpent corrupted Eve. And if another preach to you another Yahusha, or bring another gospel, or come with another spirit, you might bear well with them. Should Western Christianity be judged by Western culture? Not necessarily, because we're going to have to judge it according to the word versus its culture. Because they preaching a gospel, but it is another gospel. You know what I'm talking about? But they cloak it because it has elements of the actual gospel in it. You know what I'm saying? See, where people would get caught up in, at least in America anyway, is the minutia that people like to argue about. Can women wear pants? Can women preach? Was he born of a virgin? Who are the Israel? Things of that nature. But when you talk about that fundamental breakdown of his death, burial, and resurrection, his atonement, sacrifice, and the things that pertain to the good news that you can be converted to be the sons of God by receiving the Ruach HaKodesh unto life, they're preaching another gospel. You know what I'm saying? They're preaching a whole nother gospel. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead, bro.
Say, wherefore, because I love you not, Elohim know, but what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, but wherein they esteem they may be found even as we. For such are false apostles.
Such as what?
Are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Hamashiach.
Pause. That's the key thing. They're transforming themselves into the apostles of Hamashiach. It said the apostles are the foundation, correct? So that means we would have to establish what makes them the foundation so you would be able to know if someone's a false apostle or not. You understand what I'm saying? You see how, because it's one thing to say that, but you would need to know what makes him one. You not agreeing what they're teaching does not necessarily make them a false apostle. He said they're transforming themselves into an emissary and a representative. And he says that that's the foundation. Remember, we focused on this because the two witnesses is going to be testifying for 3.5 years about what this man going on. And it said through deceit, he going to prosper, right? So that means through deceit, this man going to be corrupting everybody, and he's going to have understanding of the word to be able to do it. Go ahead.
Saying, no marvel, for Hashem himself is transformed into a mountain. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness.
So pause. Now, Hashatan means what? So don't be shocked that your opponent will look like life when he really deaf. And he said, don't be shocked that his servants will look like they are servants of that which is a doc, but they really not. Go ahead. What do you say going to happen to him?
Said, whose end shall be according to their works.
So that's one of also the key elements where you'll be known as their behavior. Tell them what works is, man.
That is ergon, business, employment, that which anyone is occupied.
The work gonna tell it.
Or deed or thing done.
The deeds they do gonna tell it. See, you know what a lot of people get caught up on in this day and time, man? If a nigga don't agree with them, they wicked. That would nigga be on. Am I lying though? That would nigga be on. You don't agree with me, you with it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for all that there, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you don't agree. I don't even invest that amount of time. I'm telling you, boy, I done seen people cuss each other out, threaten each other with violence, talk about niggas' children, wives, mamas, call niggas homosexuals, all type of stuff, because I don't agree with you. I definitely heard a nigga say, nigga, I'll kill all y'all. About some Bible? Over the phone? You that mad? Well, I done heard niggas cuss each other out, boy.
Cut to the soul, man.
They ain't even talk about nothing cutting to the soul. These boys just don't agree. These boys might be arguing about Gentile salvation and these dudes ready to kill somebody. Trying to save the white man. You coon, and then they go on from there. I be like, damn, cuz. If that's it, I ain't making this up. Well, I done heard people cuss each other out about the virgin birth. Boy. Oh, Trinitarian argument? Oh, Lord have mercy. These niggas go to arguing about Jesus is God and the Godhead and all that there. I done heard people cuss each other out, boy. I had a man tell me he believed God sent him explicitly to dismantle the Trinity. I say, boy, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe that.
So
Nigerian dude. He was dead serious. He said, I believe exactly. That man said he sent me to do this. How he said it. That's a tagline. He a good dude now. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. That's what he said he was sent to. And I told him straight up when he told me that. I said, man, you know, I ain't knocking your hustle. But I ain't going to tell you no lie, man. It's a lot of things you could be out here talking about. I don't think he sent you to say that, blood. I think that's all you. I think that's all you. You know what I'm saying? I had a dude on there tell me one time, you don't talk about the Godhead? Why don't you talk about the Godhead? They need to know that stuff. I say, because we real niggas. That's why. So what does that mean? Meaning we ain't around nobody who talk about that. I say, man, I never heard of none of this stuff you talk about till I met you, nigga. I ain't know what no oneness wars, no binitarian, you know, unitarian. I don't know what that is, nigga. Y'all think regular, everyday people talking about that? You ever heard of Unitarian? Hell no. Unitarian is somebody, I don't even remember what that junk mean. Hold on. Only thing I ever heard of before I got on the internet was a Trinitarian. Hungry nigga?
That's fruit on the side.
They don't make it no better. A Unitarian is a liberal theological tradition rooted in Christianity that affirms the oneness of God, rejecting the Trinity doctrine, the divinity of Jesus, and often original sin. The central belief is that God is one, a singular, unique entity, rather than a trinity of a Father, a Son, and the Holy Spirit. Individual freedom, a focus on personal conscience, reason, and intellect over dogma or creeds, emphasizes ethical living, social justice, and making the world a better place. Welcoming of diverse and pluralistic perspectives. Unitarians view Jesus as a prophet, teacher, and inspired human leader, but not as God or equal to God. He is seen as a, see, that's crazy because the text say that he is, but they don't know what equal means, so I can understand that also. He said you're trying to be a Yahuwahitarian? I heard that. Hold on, let me tell you what a binitarian is. I don't even know if I be pronouncing that right. That's a theological perspective that holds that God exists as one being in two distinct persons, the Father and the Son, Jesus Christ, rather than three. It emphasizes a two-ness within the Godhead, often viewing the Holy Spirit not as a distinct third person, but as the power, presence, or shared spirit of the Father and Son. Yeah, because I know a lot of them Trinitarians believe if you don't believe in the Trinity, you're going to hell. And they'll tell you that too. They say they don't agree with some of that text. They say it's Greco. That's what a lot of them like to say. That that some of them letters is Greco-Roman philosophy. I almost came looking for you. Nevertheless, that's what that means. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Like their take on how they believe the Holy Spirit, if we was to say that about the Ruach HaKodesh, we hold that, man, that's not no God, dummy. That's the power of God. They say, oh, so you binitarian? No, nigga. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? I only say that because people like to put labels on people so they can feel like they know how to attack you. Again, that's when you're dealing with people who are in theological circles. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you right now, if we was to go outside and say, "Are you a Unitarian?" Niggas be like, "What was you talking about? Do you believe Jesus is God?" We gonna look at you like, "Nigga, what? Well, how many gods is it? 3. I thought it was only 1. It's 3. Because what does John 17 read? We just read. He said the true God. God, go grab that verse for me, man. Let's see what true God means, man. The boys get busy with that, man. The boys go for hours and days. They finally just slowed down. Well, these boys was debating the Godhead every day for about 3 years straight with the same people. I was like, why y'all keep coming in here? I stopped coming in here after 3 weeks. Every day, bro. Nonstop. Go ahead, Sid.
So we know that the Son of Elohim has come and have given us an understanding that we may know him that is true, and we are in him that is true, even in the Son of Mashiach. This is the true Elohim and eternal life.
Don't tell him what true Elohim means.
True is Elohimos, that is that which has not only the name and resemblance, but the real nature corresponding to the name, and every respect corresponding to the idea signified by the name, real, true, genuine. Pause.
I need you to read that definition again, because it don't mean what they say it means. Did you catch that definition, no, Johnny? You didn't catch it. Listen to it. Say your blood pressure rising based on these memories. My God, today. What you laughing about? You've been playing hooky. No, they told me you were sick. You were sick for real? I don't know how high your voice got. I feel like you trying to deceive me. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
He said that which is not only the name and resemblance.
Pause. Not only the name and what?
Resemblance.
Now let's pause. Exodus 34:6. Let's look at what that means to have the name and resemblance. Because if you see when he said the true Elohim, this ain't talking about what people talking about. He really talking about behavior and character. Go ahead.
And Yahuwah passed by before and proclaimed, Yahuwah Elohim, merciful and
merciful. Hold on. He what?
Merciful.
Now you could take that instance when that woman had that issue of blood and he healed it and people were talking trash. And he say, should not this daughter of Abraham, who been bound by Satan these 18 years, shouldn't she be healed? That's merciful. What he said? What's the next one?
Gracious.
Now that's loving kindness. When he seen Zacchaeus in the tree, he said, come on, man, I'm gonna come on to your house and eat. He say, shouldn't this son of Abraham get salvation too? What's the next one?
Long suffering.
Well, we already know about that. What's the next one?
Abundant in goodness and truth.
Whoa, man, what about the next one?
Keeping mercy for thousands.
Oh, that's what he did to the woman in adultery. What else?
Forgiving iniquity, transgression, and sin.
Ain't that what he did to Martha for Mary? Mm-hmm. So go back to the definition of true in John 17. Now, you know why I'm focusing on this here? Because it says that this man is going to come to understanding the dark sentences, say he God, he going to try to mirror. So you need to know the true character, to know the true God, to know this nigga lying. Then this is what the two witnesses would be pointing out. This nigga lying. You ever been somewhere where somebody was lying and it was somebody like this nigga lying, but everybody thinking you hating on him because you saying this nigga lying? Everybody want to beat you up. But this the nigga lying. And you showing like, look, this nigga's lying. I remember one of the first times, I ain't gonna say the first, I remember that happened to me, man. I thought it was a job interview. But it was them people running a scam. See, my mama and Naisha ain't believe me. They ain't believe me until Naisha went to the same thing. Man, we was out there in Bay Meadows, and nigga was talking about something. I'm just sitting here looking like, man, this nigga full of crap. But I'm gonna hear you out. I'm here now, shoes. Next city bus ain't coming for a while. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I'm listening to this nigga. And the dude say, man, why you looking so mean? I say, bro, because you lying. He would have said, I'm going to show you this here. I say, nigga, this is magazine clippings. And then there was a chick, and they could see that I was like persuading her, like, man, this nigga was getting mad. Like, oh, you got to go. Nah, nigga, you lying. I say, baby, you listen to them. You stupid as the day you were born, man. Don't listen to these niggas. This nigga is lying. You know what I'm saying? My mom was like, oh, you ain't go nowhere. My cousin went right around there. She was like, damn, he wasn't lying. What am I lying to you about this fuck? You know what I'm saying? You know how much effort that would take to come up with a story like this? Nigga, I couldn't even make this up if I wanted to. Because the first thing that clicked my brain is, what type of job interview you go to that got 40 niggas in the room?
It's a job fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like that jumped to my mind moving off that alone. It's a room full of people in here. What kind of job interview is this? I ain't never been in no job interview where it was a mass interview. They interview you one-on-one. So my brain already clicking. Man, goddamn. I done wasted my time. You know what I'm saying? I remember I went to one job. I forgot what it was. It was a nigga hating on me. That nigga was mad. Something. I think I said something to him. The white dude wanted to give a nigga the job. He said something. He said, man, you know how to tie a tie? I say, nah, but shoot. You can show me. The nigga like, you don't know how to tie a tie. I was like, oh, nigga, what's wrong with you? Like, what that bother you for? It's like 2003. That nigga was mad for real. Like, that nigga was like, man, don't hire this nigga. He don't know how to tie a tie. I say, golly, man, did a nigga who couldn't tie a tie hit your old lady? Well, it's like that nigga got mad. I think in reality, I think he felt like this place only got room for one nigga and you trying to take my job.
I'm the token nigga.
I'm the token nigga here. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was more so because I told him what I was doing. I said, hey, bro, I'm going to real estate school right now. I'm trying to get my license. My instructor said I need to have a job because you're going to be eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a while before you sell a house. So I guess he felt like he ain't going to be here long anyway. That's not your business. That's not your business. That's how people be, man. Come on, Sibo.
Is that which has not only the name and resemblance, but the real nature corresponding to the name.
The real nature corresponding to the name.
Say in every respect corresponding to the idea signified by the name.
Corresponding to the effect of the idea signifying the name.
And then you got real, true, genuine. Opposite to what is fictitious. Counterfeit, imaginary.
So when he tell you the true Elohim, he telling you that this is a reflection of mercy, grace, goodness, and truth, long suffering, and forgiveness, and accountability, because he by no means clears the guilty. That's what that means. So when an individual say, "Oh, he not equal to God," you stupid, because you don't know what that means, because you think that's talking about power and rule and authority. But you know how we should know better than this from the law? Because what did Pharaoh say to Joseph? But in everything else, we equal. In everything else, we equal. He said these people ruled at your word. They're going to bow at you. They're going to do all of that. I just got more power. Because people here equal and they lose their mind. And I know why they lose their mind, because we didn't talk about it before. A lot of them ain't had no daddy. You wasn't equal to your daddy. Your daddy didn't set nothing up and say, son, I got this for you. I wouldn't care if it was nothing small, but a 401k or a CD, a certificate of deposit. Son, I left this for you. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy ain't even leave you a hug. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't leave you nothing but hard times and tears in your bed. He nearly said everyone should. Yeah, indeed. That's it. Because that's why they have a hard time understanding. Because most of y'all in here got a son. You don't sit back and look at your son and say, you're not equal to me. You would want your son to be equal to you, especially if you have upright character. I would want my son to be. What father don't want his son to be equal to him? A jackass, that's who. You know what I'm talking about? Like straight up and down. You nigga can understand this on the natural level, but the Father in heaven wouldn't want his son to be equal to him. God forbid. Don't let my son resemble me in likeness and in character. Please don't do that. Be something totally different from me. But yet, what did the Lord tell you in Matthew 5? See, what he told you to do? You got to narrow it down, man. It's a quiz. I can't give you the answer. Then it ain't a quiz. You gotta follow along. If we talking about like and resemblance, what he said in Matthew 5, that you know.
Be
perfect. See, there it is. Look at it. He ain't failed. He ain't had to go to summer school. And they ain't even summer yet. You know what I'm saying? He said, be you like your Father in heaven is perfect. That's what he said. Which means if you were like your Father, and he said, be you merciful like your Father in heaven is merciful. That's what it says in Luke. Matthew said, be you perfect like your Father in heaven is perfect. Therefore, if you merciful like he is and you perfect like he is, wouldn't that make you like him? Wouldn't that make you equal to him? Because that's what equal mean. These niggas is idiots. You know what I'm talking about? That's why the beast gonna get them. He said, I hear some parents say they want their children to be better than. I mean, most people say that because, you know, that's just a general thing that you want them to exceed. But guess what? Yahushua say greater works than these than you'll do. Because he wants you to be equal to him. But he said, you're going to do greater things than I did. You know what I'm saying? Well, that dog ain't going to do nothing but sniff you, boy. I hope you ain't got no boo-boo in that diaper, boy. He going to run up on you for sure then. Nah, don't give him your butt, man.
Yeah.
But listen, where we at with this one?
We go with 2 Corinthians 11.
Oh, if you can finish it though.
Yeah, that Isaiah 43. You never read it.
Oh, yeah.
2 Corinthians 11 and what?
I think we're at 15. I think that's the end of it.
Yeah, give him 14.
Saying, no marvel, for Ashtan himself is transformed into a malachim of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose then shall be according to their works.
That's good, right? Now go back to Luke 24 and 44. Oh, we didn't read Isaiah 43 and 8. That would have worked. Read Isaiah 43 and 8 first.
You are my witnesses, saith Yahuwah. Say, bring forth the blind people that have eyes and the deaf that have ears. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among you can declare this and show us former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say it is true.
Mm-hmm.
You are my witnesses, saith
You are my what?
My witnesses, saith Yahuwah.
What else?
And my servant whom I have chosen, that you may know and believe me, and understand that I am he.
Mm.
Before me there was no Elohim formed, neither shall there be after me.
That's good. He said they're my witnesses. Luke 24 and 44.
And he said unto them, these are the words that I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which are written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms
Concerning
me.
And he opened
Their understanding,
that they might
understand the scriptures.
Bet. Now go to John 17 and verse 9. Go ahead.
I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which you have given me, for they are yours.
That's right.
And all mine are yours, and yours are mine, and I am esteemed in them.
Go ahead.
And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to you, Kadash Abba. Keep through your own name those whom you have given me, that they may be one as we are.
Go ahead.
While I was with them in the world, I kept them in your name. Those that you gave me, I have kept. And none of them is lost, but the son of perdition.
Go ahead. Now notice he said he kept them in the name. So I think y'all already knew what that means. Now you understand what that means. I keep them in the resemblance of your character. Continue.
And now I come to you, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I've given them your word, and the world have.
I've given them your what?
Your word.
Okay.
And the world have hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that you should take them out of the world, but that you should keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Go ahead.
Sanctify them through your truth.
The word.
Truth. You have sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. For their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word.
And those that should believe on me through their what?
Through their word.
Through their what?
Through their word.
Through their what?
Their word.
That's how they the foundation. But you read in Luke 24, because that's when they got the information. God is showing you how they the foundation, how you built on them. You know what I'm talking about? That's why that's imperative. He put Acts 1 and 8. You can pick it up in verse 4 though.
And being assembled together with them, commanded them that they should not depart from Jerusalem, but wait for the promise of the Abba, who said, you have heard of me. For John truly baptized with water, but you shall be baptized with the Ruach HaKodesh not many days hence. When they therefore were come together, they asked him, saying, Lord, will you at this time restore again the kingdom of Yasharal? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Abba hath put in his own power. But you shall receive power after the Ruach HaKodesh is come upon you. You shall be witnesses unto me, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea, and in Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the earth.
Now pause. Read verse 15. Same chapter.
And in those days, Peter stood up in the midst of the disciples and said, the number of names together were about 120. Men and brethren, the scripture must needs have been fulfilled, which the Ruach HaKodesh by the mouth of David spake before concerning Judas, which was guide to them that took Yahushua. For he was numbered with us and had obtained part of this ministry. Now this man purchased the field with the reward of iniquity. Falling headlong, he burst asunder in the midst, and all his bowels gushed out. And it was known unto all the dwellers at Jerusalem, insomuch as the field is called in their proper tongue, Al-Qadama, that is to say, the field of blood. For it is written in the book of Psalms, let his habitation be desolate.
Let no man
dwell therein.
And his
bishopric, let another tent.
Tell them what bishopric means. Now this is referring to, I think it's going to reference that. We'll say, let another man take his office.
It is episcope, that is investigation, inspection, visitation, or overseership, office, charge, the office of an elder.
Let somebody else take his job. You know what I'm talking about? Continue.
Say, wherefore these men which have company with us all the time that the Lord Yahushua went in and out of
beginning
from the baptism of John until the same day that he was taken up from us, must one be ordained to be a witness with us of his resurrection.
They appointed two.
Joseph called Barsabbas, whose surname Justus, and Matthias. And they prayed and said, you, Lord, which know the hearts of all men, show whether these two you have chosen, that he may take part of this ministry and apostleship, from which Judas by transgression fell.
Give him apostleship by definition.
It's apostolating, ascending away.
Now, what are they sent out to do? Well, we just read it. Now, it's those who believe on their word. They had this information. That's how he began to build the house, laid the foundation of this house. Then he said his hands will finish it. How does he finish the house? But let's look at how he finished the house. We talked about this recently. Amos 9 and 8.
Behold, the eyes of the Lord Elohim are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahuwah. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Yasharal among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sea. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen.
We'll raise up the what?
The tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
Now, raise up the tabernacle of David that's fallen. What that's referring to? Are you sure about that? What you think, Darius? Should he win this money or lose it? Yeah, man, you lost your money again, man. How much you put on the table? Man, he losing all the house money.
That's one parlay. That two, you got to pick two.
Man, this ain't no parlays in here. We don't do no 2 legs, no 3 legs, or no 4 legs. Shoot, my dog had a 10-leg parlay and cashed out too early. The boy said he cashed out and had won 771. If he'd have held on a little bit longer, he'd have won 20 bands. That nigga was betting on soccer.
That offense, like, I'm glad he took it.
It's pertaining to his resurrection. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this verse not too long ago. But when you're talking about finishing the house, simply go back to Zechariah 4, right? Give him the definition of finish. Yeah, I went to get it because I didn't say, boy, I could have had 20 bands. I say, well, I'm going to tell you like my dog told me, man. You can't miss what you never had. What's something else? Answer what? What I just said.
I'm asking you.
Asking me what?
It was the house. What you just said.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. I was right. That's right. I was my mind. I was like,
What you said in your mind?
I think she was talking about
What I
the regular
said-
tabernacle of David that was falling. I think she was talking about that.
What did you say?
the red flag week. There's a red. I'm confused.
How you confused?
Because you keep asking questions back to back.
This is what you do to your students, don't you?
No, I don't.
Just be confused. No, that was Lil Johnny say that was the temple.
I agree.
Oh, well, how much money you put on the floor?
No,
You just lost
He said
those.
he didn't hear you.
not about
That's home money.
Mm. Oh, you were playing for free. You were playing with the free money they give you when you download the app.
That's what I do.
Oh man, I don't blame you. Those niggas be coming up. They need to be betting $5. That nigga man told me he won one for about 12 for betting on Center's assist. Won $12,000. Scratch off. This thing to my that's throwing money away. Going to the store buying a scratch off. Yeah, after you done bought about 100 of them hoes. 20 at a time.
Yeah, $20 is nice. I mean, I used to buy some of them stuff. And even then, I would be kind of figure out that
with 10 bands.
that's a meal.
You get the ones where you get paid for a lifetime every 2 weeks. Now, hey.
Them crackers gonna come to your door. You gonna catch a bullet in your neck. Don't you?
I'm tired of paying this nigga here.
I'm tired of paying this nigga. This nigga won at 18. Get him out of here.
That's the thing. They don't know how long to do.
Oh, they gonna all you hear give you a lump. That's crazy.
One time.
No, you don't have to take that.
I know. But it's
Take it anyway, huh?
absolutely.
He trying to say.
She ain't catch that.
She ain't catching it at all. Come on, Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't have to take that. But I think we looked it up. We looked into it because at first they told you couldn't to get the for life payments because you can't give them to your children. You can. Yeah, it's all been like that. Yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah, right here. Yeah. I still ain't gonna play, but you can. I don't play the numbers.
So what do you play?
Yeah, so you can leave your lottery winnings to someone through estate planning tools like trust or by making structured gifts. It requires advanced planning, preferably before winning, to ensure legal clarity. But yeah, you can set up a trust or revocable or irrevocable before claiming the prize to hold and distribute the winnings, which can help with anonymity, depending on state law, and provide assets protection for your beneficiaries. Or you can create an LLC and claim the prize, allowing multiple beneficiaries to benefit without negative tax consequences. But you definitely can, but you just got to do it ahead of time. Because that's the same thing, what his name is. They tried to get, that Caleb Williams tried to do, as he tried to get his paycheck paid to an LLC versus to him, which you can't do because he's a W-2 employee. You know? No, the quarterback. Whoever taught him that's smart as hell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't pay me. Pay this here. I was just telling Dee here because it's this chick I know. She talked about that all the time. She was like, she does not purchase any depreciating assets at all, and she don't put them in any assets she got. She don't put them in her name. So they go on a trust or they go on the LLC or any of that she's not going to personally own them, which is good because if you get sued and it's in the trust and the LLC, they can't come get it. You know what I'm saying? That's why Tiger Woods beat that hoe who tried to sue him for to stay in his house when he put her out because he learned from his divorce because his house was in a trust and he was the manager of the trust, so they couldn't touch it because it's basically you control it but you don't own it. It's my house, but it's not my house. But she was saying mainly she don't buy cars, she leases them. You know what I'm saying? Because she like she don't want to put money in a depreciating asset. You know what I'm talking about? And just swap that whole out. Because truth be told, for most people, your car payments and your lease payment gonna be by damn near the same. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, you ain't gonna never get that bread back on that car because these crackers out here crazy. Say somebody hit for $850,000 on Avenue B Shell gas station last year, and they broke right now. Smoke all of them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But yeah, you definitely can, because we had that conversation in the room one day, and we looked that up. Because most people take the lump sum because they don't want them payments, because it pretty much is stop after you die. But if you structure it properly and you have them, don't send it to me. Yeah, because see, in the W-2, you can't leave that to nobody. But if that junk in the LLC or a trust, you got to keep dead or not. As long as the paperwork up to date, y'all got to cut that check. You know what I'm talking about? No, I ain't gonna lie. I would much rather that junk come in continually, because then I'm gonna get all my bread. You know what I'm saying? Because boy, let's say if you want 100 million, boy, them crackers taking more than half. Oh no. Now look here though. I'd rather have that check hit the mail every month, niggas. You know what I'm talking about? And less taxes coming out. And everybody, look here, man, and I can leave it. My children's children can keep getting them checks, because depending on how big that winning war, they got to keep paying it out. You know what I'm saying? If you do it that way, that 100 million, you probably get about 70 of it.
Yeah. I'm getting interest off 70 off top. You get your little 10 bands a week.
Or they can give you more than 10 bands. Yeah, they can give you more than 10 bands. But I mean, the average person don't know that they can do that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that the average person don't know that you can do. So them people get over on that. But I learned, I think I told you about when I first seen that, man. I first seen that when Burt Reynolds died. They say Burt Reynolds put everything he had in a trust. So all this stuff went straight to his kids, and they didn't have to pay any estate taxes, no probate taxes. They didn't have to go through the probate process. It just went straight to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom. Because that'd be the key thing, because, they tax you when you die. And I think that tax rate when you die pretty high, depending on your tax bracket. So, you know what I'm talking about? Put certain stuff in the... That's crazy, though. Oh, this nigga died. Let's tax him. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I own 5 houses. I die. I want my son to have it. Because, bro, if you don't have that junk set up, bro, I don't know if y'all ever seen nobody or known somebody who went through probate. Man, probate can last 2-3 years, bro. That junk can drag out for a long time, depending on how good of an attorney you got. That junk can drag out for a long, long time. Listen, I think right there, the people messed around and sunk back. Because Wells Fargo told me when my mama died, okay, her last pension check was going to go in there, and then you were good. Then that junk bounced back. Man, them people told me to go down there to that courthouse. Man, I was going to have to spend like $500-600 to file the paperwork to go through that. And it would take about 6 to 8 months to get it. Man, I'm not going through all that for $1,200. Yeah, I ain't going through all that, bro. No, I'm not going through all that for $1,200. Shoot, by the time I get the money, I ain't going to need it. Yeah, them people say, man, you got to file this, you got to file that. It's about $400-500, and then 6 months before you see the judge. Because they got to get all that person's creditors in line. They got to see what your estate look like, and then your creditors got to get paid. That's what I done take so long. You know what I'm saying? Because look here, man, I'm talking about everybody you owe, nigga. They got to go find them. Say, ain't that something tax you on money you've been taxed on your entire life? You tax me for the money when I made it. Except if you work for yourself. That's the only thing about if you work for yourself. Because if you're 1099, Uncle Sam don't take his money first. You pay him when you feel like it. You know what I'm talking about? If you structure it right, you ain't got to pay him nothing. You know what I'm talking about? But that's the key thing, though. If you got a check, he take his off top. You know what I'm talking about? If you W-2, they taking theirs off top. But if you not, then I get paid. I take care of what I need to take care of. Then I pay you, which is the better way to do it if you care about those type of things. You know what I'm saying? If you don't care about them type of things, it don't matter. Because most people don't realize a tax refund ain't nothing but they took too much money from you. That's all that is. That's why it's called a refund. Nigga think it's free money.
They took a little more, man.
Yeah, I mean you can, but most people are not responsible enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? Cause shoot. I mean it's different if you W-2, but I mean that's for most W-2 people. But for a 1099, shoot, you technically exempt all year anyway, because ain't no taxes coming out your bread. You know what I'm saying? That's why they came with the stuff with the with Cash App and all that there, because people wasn't reporting that income.
And she said, of course, like you said, people not get responsible.
You gotta go exempt when you go overtime.
Because you have to make sure you set that money to the side in case you owe them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like, look here, man. I remember the first time I owed them crack, I was mad as hell. No, because a couple years I ain't have to pay them. I ain't getting no refund. I just ain't have to pay them. You know what I'm saying? That's not break even. I ain't had to pay them. You know what I'm saying? Because, boy, I'm deducting everything. That's why I was telling them, I'm like, man, shoot, nigga, we lease a car. You put it in the business name. We use this for marketing purposes. Nigga, you write the whole thing off. Look here, man. Every time if you got to use a rental car for business, you can write that whole off. The miles, the gas, every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? I need all that back. Then we got churn too. Oh, yeah. I need every bit. He don't give me a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing from men who suck penis under desks. Shoot, that's what they claim you were doing with Bill. You just say you 1099, I save all my receipts. It's better that way. That's in the Epstein file. They claim that Jay-Z and Pusha T in the Epstein file, but I think they lying. That joint said 1996. Man, Pusha T was looking ugly in 1996. Man, that man wasn't known enough to get no doggone be at no Epstein Island in 1996. Jay-Z neither.
I was about to say Jay-Z too.
That nigga first album came out in 1996. Yeah. Nigga just make up some junk. He was out there with him. Yeah, I know it. It'd be a whole lot of nigga. I think they be messing with churn because you got to be a different type of nigga to want a nigga mess with churn that bad. That's crazy. Come on, man. Oh, look here, man. One thing about it, man, I don't care if you don't like them people or nothing. I ain't gonna put touching churn on your jacket, not just randomly. That's the whole thing put on nigga jacket, man. Come on with it. Where we at?
That word for finish is basal. That is to finish, complete, to accomplish. And you got to cut off, to break off, to gain by.
So what does it look like when he said he's going to accomplish it? Hebrews chapter 8, verse 1. This is what it looked like.
Now the things which we have spoken, this is the sum. We have such a high priest who is set on the right hand of the throne of the majesty and Shamayim, a minister of the sanctuary and of the true tabernacle, which the Lord pitched and not man. For every high priest is ordained to offer gifts and sacrifices, wherefore it is of necessity that this man have somewhat also to offer.
That's right.
For if he were on the earth, he should not be a priest. Seeing that
I got you reading the wrong thing, man. It's Hebrews 3 and 1. My bad, bro. Come here, boy. Come put this in the trash for me.
Wherefore, Kadash brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Mashiach Yahushua, who was faithful to him that appointed him, as also Moses was faithful in all his house.
Thank you, sir.
But this man was counted worthy of more esteem than Moses, insomuch as he who had built the house had more honor than the house. For every house is built by some man, but he that built all things is Elohim. Moses truly was faithful in all his house as a servant, for a testimony of those things which should be spoken after. But Mashiach as a son over his own house.
Whose house?
Are we.
So how does he finish the house? So this is what Quran said. He said he's self-employed and he get taxed 20% at the source and then still end up with a tax bill. When he do his accounts, when he go over 50,000, they want 20%. So you're really paying 40%.
That's in the UK.
Yeah, boy, they hit you with 8 inches of straight ungreased. They ain't take no KY jelly, no Vaseline, no nothing. I see why. Shoot, they taking 40% of your check.
You can swap no swindle.
Shoot, that's a swindle.
So if you make 60, you're taking 36.
I just say 500 bands.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, because they got free medical care in Canada, but they say the weight and all that stuff, that's why they steady come here. You know what I'm saying? Because in some of them countries where they got free medical care, they still steady be coming over here. Because they might put in. This is what I done heard from them. Obviously, I don't know because I ain't never been to Canada before. But them niggas say they'll put in for something and they gotta wait 6 months. They be like, man, we going to these states. I was like, damn, y'all gotta wait that long to see a doctor.
That's a lot of people.
That's what he said. 40% on anything over 50K. So if he made 50K, man, that nigga walked away with a tad over 20. But you're not finna take half my money, bro. Man, you can keep that free health care. You can keep that. You took everything I got.
30,000 after you pay rent and stuff, you ain't made nothing.
20% on 50K is crazy. Because the tax rate ain't that high here for 50K. Well, they take about 20%, boy, once you start getting over $150,000, $200,000. I know it's 28% for a millionaire, which is crazy. Man, I wouldn't give a damn what the people paying for, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's a high tax rate, bud. That's a high tax. Man, that's theft, my nigga. You stealing from me. Yeah, you stealing from me. I ain't on that. Oh, no. Yeah, you stealing. What's up?
Dues, man.
You doing more than paying dues. Shoot, they busting your whole butthole open, man. That's crazy as hell. 40% on 50K is crazy. That's crazy. That's a lot of money.
You only take home 30,000.
Over 50K. Over 50.
But if you hit 50, they still taking 40. Think about that. If you made 100, well, they taking 40 racks. Yeah, that's robbing you barefaced, no mask. They ain't got no tax shelters in the UK. The shelter is run me my what they got over here, my pounds. British pounds, run me my pounds. Listen, man, that junk crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, truth be told, I don't know. Should we tell them, Sidney? Ain't nobody supposed to be paying taxes any goddamn day. Ain't no that's what they say. That's what the truth is. Better read the United States Constitution. IRS, the Internal Revenue System, is a private corporation that is not authorized by the United States Constitution for taxation. The only people who's supposed to collect taxes is the Congress, or let me not say Congress, but the United States House of Representatives. Anything other than that is theft. You know what I'm saying? And you can look this up. Now, I did read the case law to do it about 1986, if my memory serves me correctly. In federal court in Indianapolis, Indiana, he did beat the IRS by proving that he was not legally obligated to pay for taxes. It's case law on it. He said, no, it's only 40 on that amount that's over 50K. So if I earn 70K, I pay 20% on 50 and 40% on 20. Man, you still getting popped. Not 40% on 50 and then 40% on the 20. Come on, man. So if you make 70K, I got to pay 20% on my 50 and then 40% on the other 20. It's still equaling to the same thing you got. Now you like, buddy, my butt so.
I went home, but over there. He said the quality of living is way better than over here.
I wouldn't give a damn. I want my money.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Because niggas, shoot, I can have peace anywhere. I can't have. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't no disrespect. I can't have peace nowhere where Caucasians running in totality.
Where you can go.
Exactly. Maybe like in the East, Far East. I don't want to be with no Arabs that either. Them niggas crazy.
That's why niggas don't get taxed.
Yeah, I know it. They ain't gonna rape you.
No, they say the tax is 0%.
That's what I'm saying. They ain't gonna rape you. They don't want nothing. Yeah, we got oil. You know what I'm talking about?
Mathematically, that ain't come out too bad. So if he made 70, I mean, you walk away with like 56,000, 14,000.
Yeah, but he said they taxing you at the 20% rate on the 50.
Yeah, that's 10. That's 10,000, and then the 20% on the 20 is
not 20%. He said 40.
40 on
Yeah, 40 on the 20.
40 on the 20.
So you want to make
That's about half.
You know what I'm saying? It's still equal to 40% of that 50. That's hardcore living. And you can't own no pistol. I definitely ain't moving nowhere where white people got pistols and I don't. No, sir. I'm gonna run up on this here with a knife. No, not in the UK. Can't own a gun. Can't own a gun. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of countries overseas where you cannot own a gun, or the what you got to go through to buy a gun is intensive. It's not like over here. See, over here, you turn 18, you ain't no criminal. You can go buy your pistol. He said that's why we can't own a pistol. He said 1 day work, 1 day for tax, another day to pay my child maintenance, and I get 3 days. Well, that's tough, boy. You work all your life for 3 days a week. God damn it. Well, the Lord need to come around this corner, man. This is ridiculous.
I ain't gonna lie, when I came to your house, I was like, boy, it's a lot of things. I ain't even know that was all back there.
But it's farms back there, man.
They did crazy.
It's a farm next to that subdivision, like a full-fledged farm. There's another farm around the corner.
I think it's one on our street too.
Yeah, man, it's full-fledged farm back there, man. Listen, man, the dude Kent Hovan, he used to go around. No, it's the fact of this, but this is the thing, right? It's not being shocked to see no farm. It's just the reality, right? You live in what would be considered to be a residential neighborhood, and considered to be you're not going to expect to have a subdivision with 100, 150 homes that's going anywhere from $300,000 to $375,000 to have a farm right next to it, and then go around the corner. And it's a farm over here with another subdivision over here. That's just generally most cities ain't laid out like that. You know, I told you a white man cussed me out on YouTube about that junk. He talking about Jacksonville is a fake city. It don't have a real downtown. I said, because nobody wants to live downtown. I said, you don't realize all these people who've been living in this city and nobody made haste to move downtown until people from out of town started moving here. You talking about, well, every city in the world lives like that. I said, do you live like that because you want to live like that or because that's how they told you to live? I said, because this city big enough, nigga, we don't want to live down there. We don't have to. I say, you know that's okay, right? If you want to live in an urban core and walk around and feel like you're in New York City, then goddamn it, go do it. We're going to stay on the south side or on the west side or on the north side. We're going to stay over there. I don't want to live over here, nigga. He said Jacksonville was a fake city because we don't have an urban core. Nigga, I don't want to live down here. Live down here for what? So you can shop because you want to feel like you in New York because you niggas want to be stacked on top of each other like sardines, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to live like that. Niggas down here be mad because your house too close to mine. Nigga, this ain't up north, nigga. This the south, man. We ain't on that. Nigga want some room. Maybe I want to frolic in my backyard with my drawers on. I don't need you be around here close enough to be looking. And it ain't the fact that I'm gonna go out there with my drawers on. It's the fact that if I could, I want to.
My neighbors in the backyard, kids be outside.
It's my turn.
No, I mean, but I like I said, our house off Morse. You know what I'm saying? So that in the Morse, you don't really go down that. Most people don't go down the Seaboard Ave 118 in the Morse. Man, this massive land back there, bro. Because that farm them people got is huge, and that subdivision, I wonder who owned it. That Sue Syntax didn't own it. Whoever owned it before them.
My mama, it's not they just not getting it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's all that bike.
I'm used to it.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about somebody who's not from here, right?
Yeah.
You think, oh, this is a big city. You're not going to expect to see a subdivision with 150 homes in it, and it's a farm right next to it, like it's cows over here. This nigga's outside milking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. Man, he said that's an issue right there. Too close for comfort. Marvin looked like he want to go in the backyard with no clothes on. For the hell of it. Texas is hot. Look like, go get me a tea. He said true. He do. I put my life on the line for this country. I want to be able to walk around here with my cold sweet tea with a lemon wedge with no clothes on. You know what I'm talking about? That's when you know you're old, when you want to walk around with no clothes on. That's what old people like to do. Come on, Zip.
We go with Hebrews 3.
Yeah, man. That's just establishing the house. He finishes the house upon his return. You know what I'm talking about? He said, you know, yeah, I can tell you gotta go outside with no clothes on. You just, you know what I'm saying? Some people just tell. See, but he don't look like, he said, I'm from Massachusetts. We don't do that. He ain't gonna come outside with no shirt on. But then at the same token, this nigga put a windbreaker on. It's cold as hell outside. Look at Dora. You told him to put some clothes on, didn't you? You told him to put some clothes on, didn't you? No, I say, Sim got here with a windbreaker on. It's cold as hell outside. Oh, I forgot you from up there too. Nigga, cold as hell out there, man.
She's like, it's not cold outside. My legs don't get cold.
No, they didn't. I'm talking about, but today though, them people talking about 20. Mine and me. Well, that hawk out there cutting.
21.
Man, that hawk out there cutting. If that hawk wasn't cutting, I'd be good. But that hawk out there cutting. It feel like 23.
You out there right now, like wind.
Yeah, that hawk cutting.
34 miles an hour.
Yeah, they say it feel like 22 degrees out there right now. Because the wind blowing.
Well, no, you're right, because that garage is freezing.
You ain't not.
Yeah.
Drinking cocoa.
Yeah, man. 22. Ron said he ready for summertime. He said it's 45 degrees here tomorrow. Well, it's 41 out here, and they say it feel like 22. And you know what I can tell you it is? That's an abomination to my sensibility. I was in the house. I ain't had no work to do. I was in the house. Not no outside work. Shoot, I talked to East the other day, boy. He said he had on 5 layers of clothes.
Yeah. It was like -4.
Man, shoot, I'd have moved. I stand by that. If I got to put on 5 layers of clothes, I don't need to live there. That's not right. That's not right. Come on back to Zechariah 4 now. I don't want to live that. You talking about that cold for Florida? Shoot, that cold, period. Look at them trees moving out there. She talking about it ain't cold out there. Look at that tree out there. That tree finna fall down. Come on, man. I see niggas say Canada nice, but you couldn't pay me to live in Canada. Them niggas be cold, bro. No sir. 4-9, man, Ezekiel, man. I mean Zechariah, not Ezekiel. Man.
To the hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house. His hands shall also finish it. You shall know that Yahuwah hosts have sent me unto you. Do not despise the day of small things.
So notice him laying the foundation of the house. You seeing? That's what I'm talking about. Joe say he in LA. It's 86 and sunny, man. We done caught this junk that's coming through. Doggone this East Coast junk. That junk done slid down here, man.
LA, you can put your windows up and just sleep like that.
That's
That's
blessing,
like the AC right
blessing from God. He said it just started snowing up there where Sean at.
Yeah, it's snowing in Savannah.
Ernest says 58 degrees in Denver. That's shoot, boy, y'all just had a snowstorm when the football game was played. Shoot, them niggas lose. God said, "Now let me give them some weather." Like you crackers anyway. Go ahead.
And for who have despised the day of small things, for they shall rejoice and shall see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel with those 7.
Go ahead.
They are the eyes of Yahuwah which run to and fro through the whole earth.
There we go.
Then answered I and said unto him, What are these 2 olive trees upon the right side of the
And I answered again and said unto him,
What be these 2 olive branches which through the 2 golden pipes empty the golden oil out of themselves?
and he answered me and said,
Know you not what these be?
These are the 2
anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth.
Now, like I said, right, and we could pause that, and like I said, could give credence because that could be Moses and Elijah because they standing next to the Lord of the whole earth. And Luke, they standing next to him. We can't deny that. Luke 9:28. We can't deny that. That's why we're supposed to be looking at some of these plagues. We like to plague them, don't we? Plague them.
And it came to pass about 8 days after these sayings, he took Peter and John and James and went up into a mountain to pray. And as he prayed, the fashion of his countenance was altered, and his raiment was white and glistening. And behold, there talked with him 2 men, which were Moses and Elijah.
That's right.
Who appeared in the steam and spake of his decease, which he should accomplish at Jerusalem.
Now, they spake of his decease. Come over here to Mark 9 and 1, because I think they give a different thing on the conversation.
And he said unto them, Truly I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, which shall not taste of death till they have seen the kingdom of Elohim come with power. And after 6 days, Yahweh shall take with them Peter, James, and John, and led them up into a high mountain apart by themselves.
Come on,
He
man.
was transfigured before them.
Walk.
And his raiment became shiny,
You know how to walk, bro.
exceeding white as snow, so as no fuller on earth can white them. And there appeared unto them Elijah and Moses, and they are talking with Yahushua. And Peter answered and said to Yahushua, Master, it is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 tabernacles, one for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah. For he knew not what to say, for they were sore afraid.
Now, you can read Matthew 17 and 1. I just want you to hear all 3. Because I want you to, obviously, so you can recall that there's the variance in 1. And in Luke, because it said that they spoke of his resurrection.
And after 6 days, Yahweh shall take Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bring them up to a high mountain apart, and transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun.
Spake of his decease, excuse me.
And his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elijah talking with him. Then answered Peter and said unto Yahushua, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If you will, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, the voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased.
Why they speak of his decease, you know what I'm saying? We can speculate on that for days. But we do know that the script said that it testifies that he should die. Shalom, Rohan, man. You know what I'm talking about? So let's take this into account. And let's return back to Revelation 11. And let's look at verse 3. And then we'll go to Daniel 11, where it speaks about what's going to happen to them. Well, I got Daniel 11 already. Go ahead, sis.
But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not. For it is given unto the Gentiles in the Kadash city shall they tread underfoot 42 months. I will give power unto my 2 witnesses. They shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the olive.
That's what we read in Zechariah 4, right? Go ahead.
And if any man will hurt them, fire proceed out of their mouth and devour their enemies. If any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed.
Come on.
These have power to shut Shamaim, that it rain not in the days of the prophecy, and have power over water to turn into blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will.
Now, we talked about that, how that lined up with Moses and Elijah already. Go ahead.
But when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascend out of the bottomless pit,
What he going to do?
shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them.
Pause. Y'all come over here to Daniel 11. I'll start at verse 36. This is Daniel 11 and 36. And the Malach shall do according to his will. He shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished, for it shall be determined that that is determined shall be done. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. But in his estate he shall honor the God of forces, and the God whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver and with precious stones and pleasant things. Thus shall he do it in the most strongholds with a strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with esteem. He shall cause him to rule over many and divide the land for gain. And at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind with chariots and with horsemen, with many ships, and he shall enter into the countries and shall overflow and pass over. He shall enter also into a glorious land, and many shall be overthrown, but these shall escape out of his hand: Edom, Moab, and the chief of the sons of Ammon. He shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Mizraim shall not escape. But he shall have power over the treasures of gold and of silver, and all the precious things of Mizraim, and the Libyans and the Ethiopians at his steps. But tidings out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him. Tell him what tidings is there, Sylvia, in verse 44. Therefore he shall go forth with great fury to destroy and utterly to make many away.
Report, news, rumor,
so again, this is reporting to the tidings. It's going to be the gospel of Yahushua, because that's the tidings. Tell him what it is to take many away.
Away is Quran, to ban, to vote, destroy, utterly, completely destroy,
kill him,
dedicate for destruction.
To kill him. That's what you read in Revelation 11. He coming to kill him.
And then many is wrong, much, many, great, abounding.
What is getting these people killed? Remember here in verse 32 in Daniel 11, he says, such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt with flatteries, but the people that do know their Elohim shall be strong and do work. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword, by flame, by captivity, and spoil many days. Now, with that being said, it said it's the tidings that make him furious. That's what it said, right? Tidings out of the east and the north shall trouble him. See him what trouble means.
That is Bahal, to disturb, alarm, terrify, hurry, to be disturbed, to be anxious, to be afraid. To be
What do you believe why these tidings make him nervous and afraid? What about these tidings of making him nervous and afraid?
For exposing and falling.
Indeed. Now, what we were talking about last night as it pertains to Romans 9 and Exodus 9. Go back to Exodus 9 and 14 for me,
why he raised Pharaoh up.
Why he raised Pharaoh up. Make his power known. Why the beast getting raised up. Make his power known. But let's take a look at something. Exodus 9 and 14.
Therefore I will at this time send all my plagues upon your heart and upon your servants.
Send the plagues upon your who?
Upon your heart.
And upon your who?
Your servants and upon your people, that you may know that there is none like me in all the earth.
Now, pause. Let's begin to talk about these plagues. Now, I am in, presently, Revelation chapter 6 and verse 1. And it says, and when I saw the Lamb open one of the seals, so hold on, Sylvia, I want you to back up. I want you to read verse 7 of Revelation 5.
And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. When he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb.
What happened?
Having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints.
Go ahead.
They sung a new song, saying, you are worthy to take the book, to open the seals thereof. For you were slain and have redeemed us to Elohim by the blood of every kindred, tongue, and people and nation.
So he worthy to take the book and open the seals. Now, let's take a look at verse 6. Revelation 6 and 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard it as it was a noise of thunder. One of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Now, we talked about that last night also. Give him conquering and conquer one more time on general principle. We looked at Psalms 21 and a few other places as it pertains to that.
Conquering is nakal, to conquer, to carry off the victory, to come off victorious. And then conquer is the same word.
So again, he's coming off to be victorious. Give me Isaiah 25 and 5. Now he said we're more than conquerors for him who died for us. See, you got conquering as fourth is conquering in sin and death, and then you got the conquering. What he's talking about here, he talking about conquering these people. Remember, we talked about this before, man. He came as Solomon, but he's returning back as David. Because what was David, Sid? A bloody man. That's why you see fought many wars, or fought the wars of Yahuwah. And that's why you see the Lord with blood-stained garments, because he coming to fight the wars of his father. Why? Because it says the nations are angry. That's what it said in Revelation 11, right here. In Revelation 11 and 15, in the seventh Malachim sounded, there were great voices in Shamahim. The dominions of this world are become the dominions of the Lord and of his anointed one, and he shall reign forever and ever. And the 24 elders which sat before Elohim and on their seats fell upon their faces and worship Elohim, saying, we give thanks, O Yahuwah Elohim Almighty, which was and are to come, because you've taken you great power and have reigned. Remember, what does Isaiah 52:7 say? And declare unto Zion that your Elohim reign. And the nations were angry, and their wrath is come. And the time of the day that they should be judged, that you should give reward unto your servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear your name, small and great, and should destroy them which destroy the earth. Now think about that. What they angry for? What you think the nation's angry for? You ain't got no more dominion and rule around here, man. That's over with. Listen, right? Because I mentioned we read the definition of power dynamics last night, right? I'm gonna read it again. Again, power dynamics. The ways of power and influence. So, number one, do not the nations have influence? Let's take a look at how Babylon has influence. Revelation 18:1. Let's take a look at that. Because all these, the two witnesses are gone by then if we talk about sequential order, chapter-wise. But nevertheless.
Saying after these things, I saw another Malachim come down from Shamim, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his esteem. He cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils.
That's right.
And the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Everyone.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication.
Boom! Stop. All nations have drunk what?
Of the wine of the wrath of fornication.
Now, when you talk about, we know fornication, it'll be Zanah, or her unfaithfulness. So they've all drunk from the cup of idolatry and unfaithfulness towards Elohim. So that's a part of power dynamics, because that's influence. So they're influencing the people. That's power dynamics. Let's take this look and go to Revelation 17, right? Revelation 17, man. Give me verse 12, man.
And the 10 horns which you saw are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
Now see, they're receiving what? Power 1 hour with the beast, right? This is the ways of power and influence. See, and you know why to jump in my brain, man? Because people periodically post about the 48 laws of power, right? I don't give a damn about that book personally. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that book gives you details about people in power and how they move. But because people are so simple in the brain, and like to personalize and center themselves on everything. Oh, it's a demon book. It's this, that, there, and the third. Well, these are real people. And I keep telling y'all, especially with our people, because that's who I'm concerned with first. We don't understand power dynamics in any shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm talking about? So when people see things as it pertains to power dynamics, they want to run from them. And the funny part to me is I remember the first time I read 48 Laws of Power, it was about 2005 or 6. And the literal opening of the book, he says this book is for people who want power or want to be aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, considering that I was a political science dude and all this type of stuff, yes, I want to be aware of when power is being wielded. That's why I asked y'all last night, man, the thought processes and perspectives that you hold to really analyze, do you really hold them, or did they come from a place of influence from someone outside of yourself? And when I say outside of yourself, I'm talking about your family, your community, your circle of influence, which is the people whom you live around. You know what I'm talking about? Did that influence come from an outside source who is not invested in your success, your profit? Nothing. Because like I said, these people have influenced us to distrust each other and trust their system. When we used to trust each other and distrust their system, you cannot just think that that's just not a piece of power dynamics. When you're doing that, you're lying to yourself. You understand? So understanding power dynamics is how you don't get influenced and caught up in the machinations of wicked men. Now read that again, man, verse 14, man, Revelation 17. Because we too damn grown to not understand these type of things.
So these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. He said unto them, the waters which you saw.
Oh, back that up, man. Did I skip you down? Or am I tripping? Just read verse 12. I think I'm tripping.
It's saying the 10 horns which you saw are 10 kings.
I'm tripping. That was
which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
Mm-hmm.
These have one mind, they shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Pause. It said they're gonna give their what?
Their power and strength.
Tell them what strength means right there. So if you're giving over your power and you're giving over your strength, let's see what strength is, man. What are they giving to this man?
You see how that is the power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases. This is physical and mental power. This is the power of authority, influence, and of right, or privilege. The power of rule or government. The power of him whose will and commands must be submitted to by others.
Listen, it said they're giving over their rule and government, their ability to rule. So if they're giving that over to them, guess what else they giving to them? What you think? What else they giving to them? If I'm giving you over all my power, rule, and authority, my government, and everything else, what else am I giving you? I read it in Daniel 11. You missed it. Now he referencing authority. It's one other thing they give. Your life, like your family. No. Something else they give. It's something else they give. All right, y'all didn't catch it when we read verse 43 in Daniel 11 that he'll have power over the treasures of gold and of the silver and all the precious things. If I'm giving you over my strength, my power, rule, and authority, I'm giving over my resources too. Again, what is one of the things of power dynamics? The securing of power can stem from formal authority, hierarchy, jobs or titles, informal influence, knowledge, charisma, a social capital, but also the reallocating of resources. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand, man. Remember I mentioned that to you last night, right? You don't have real power if you have fiat currency. You can't have real power with fiat currency because it's not money. Because that's not real money. Real money is gold and silver. So if I control the gold and silver, I have wealth. Remember, we talked about that because what did it say Abraham was rich in? Silver, gold, cattle, livestock. That's actual wealth. You know what I'm talking about? The same token that if you have land, then you have the ability to cultivate wealth because you can grow crops and things. That's why people want you to eat fake food and all this other stuff so they can hoard wealth for themselves. That's why they want you to have GMO everything. That's some funky dog cracker stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, they be tripping. They be like, boy, you just say cracker indiscriminately like that? Yes. I'm from Florida. That's what we do. You know what I'm talking about? They be shocked about that because they don't believe that they don't believe that we could look a white man in the face and be like, man, shut up, cracker. Yeah, I told him, no, for real though. You know I ain't lying.
Add the PA to it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't let me put the PA to it straight up and down. That's how you know I ain't playing. Listen, then the people I told them that we was in that hospital when she was having Jamal. They were like, you ain't call that man no cracker. Who? I said, cracker boy, if she died here, you dying with her? Calm too. Look him dead in his eyes. I want to look at me. Because you doing. Because you see her eyes right now. Big as doggone quarters. She's clearly going into shock, sir. And you like this here. Oh, she'll be all right. Mm-hmm. She is going to be all right, cracker. And you going to die with her. He got his mind right. That's when I realized that's why they have people in the hospital carry a pistol. You know what I'm talking about?
Right there in the duffel.
Straight up. Because, boy, when my mama died, boy, they damn so bad body cracker. I'm like, boy, he ain't even be able to pull his gun. If I was on some other type of time, he'd get whooped. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man, I don't fool with them people, bro.
Somebody went up for like a gallbladder surgery, ended up having to amputate their arm. I said, what happened?
How you get my arm cut off? I can't hear about my gallbladder. Come on, man. Man, I don't trust them people, boy. He said that's exactly what the orange tyrant is going after right now. That's what all people in power go after, Ernest. Man, you got to go after the resources. See, if you see anybody and the only thing they going after is fiat currency, they ain't got no power. They don't want no power. The person who has the power is the person printing the fiat currency, because that means they actually got control of actual real money. Come on, man. You pull a dollar bill out your pocket right now if you got one, and that don't say Federal Reserve note. Nigga, that's not money. This can be used for legal tender. Man, if you do your research, if you didn't know, back in the days, man, you could go in there with your silver and gold, or you could go in there with your dollar bills, give them that, and say, give me back the equivalent of that in silver or gold. And they had to get it to you. And that's what the Constitution says, that Congress has power to mint silver and gold for money. The United States Treasury is constitutionally illegal. The money that we use is constitutionally illegal. You know what I'm saying? And the people went along with it by means of Richard Milhouse Nixon, and it siphoned off the wealth of the people. And that's why it cost you $500,000 to buy a $50,000 house. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they siphon the wealth, because that's how they do you. I get you in this mortgage trap. Then I can, because the house is sitting on the resource, which is the land, I can recoup this asset from you when I foreclose on you, and then lend it to another nigga and do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing they do with cars. They don't never want you to have no resource. Remember, I told you that, man, during the pandemic, I seen what they were doing. Them big old, what you call them people? Hedge funds and corporate people, they were trying to buy up all them houses to extract the assets away from the people and put them in the hands of a few. That's power dynamics, bro. Yeah, that is why Mika people do get mineral rights for their land. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Because if you ain't got the mineral rights for the land and there's some oil or something there, them people gonna try to take that. God damn it. Read that verse again, so. I'm talking about, I know we talk about power dynamics on a regular basis, but just in the construct of what we talking about is the two witnesses and the beast and the things they got going on in that regard. I'm just imploring you by all means to really look at and understand when you see power dynamics at play. Especially, my mind really was turning on that when I told you about, and I didn't even go find the video, about when I was talking about the video I was looking at where it talked about how black people didn't have debt in the 60s. And how they moved, that they bought everything cash because we didn't trust them banks. We didn't trust them people. You know what I'm saying? Now you talking about it's 2026, so we'll just use 1960 as the baseline. 66 years later, how do we get to a point where you trust the system more than you trust your own mother, brother, sister, auntie, cousin, daddy, all that, husband? Because we don't trust each other now, but we trust Mr. Charlie though. And I don't understand how that happened because I wasn't raised to trust Mr. Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I'm older. Lord will, I'll be 46 soon. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised to trust Mr. Charlie. Not a day of my life. Ain't a single person in my family ever told me to trust Mr. Charlie and anything he got going on. You know what I'm saying? And especially not to have trust in him over somebody who looked like you. Because I can tell you this here, you're going to be able to depend on, and when I say Mr. Charlie, I'm talking about the system. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about necessarily isolating Caucasians in general. I'm really talking about the system. It just happens that Caucasians run this particular system. You know what I'm talking about? Because as we mentioned last night, the system has no power except for the people who enact it. Because capitalism in and of itself can't be righteous or unrighteous, but it can be once you get human beings involved. And I can tell you from what I done seen, looking at these white old man over the course of 30 plus years, man, these people's are thieves, robbers, and killers, boy. And they have no problems doing anything to get and maintain power. And we the only people in America that think power is gained by asking for it. Yeah, that's not how that works. Because I can tell you right now, we done talk about it plenty of times. Yahushua ain't asking for no power. He taking it. He taking it. I ain't got to ask for nothing. You know what I'm talking about? So you got to understand that. Revelation what? 17 and 12.
Saying the 10 horns which you saw are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, they shall give the power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings.
Now we read that the other day when it said that they'll be gathered up in the place of Armageddon. Because why? Because remember, it said the nations are angry. Or what are they angry about? Because this man coming to take their power and their resources. Read Psalm 68 and 29, man. Look at what he said these people going to do. You can read Isaiah 60 if you want on your own time. I ain't reading it right now. You can start about verse 14 if that's what you're looking for. Because he said you'll suck the milk of the Gentiles. You know what I'm talking about? Remember we talked about when you left out of Egypt, what you left out with? Great substance. Say you spoiled them people. When we talked about it 2 weeks ago. When you came in the land, you ain't have to pay for that land. You planted you got vineyards you didn't plant, wells you didn't dig, houses you didn't build. That gives you the ability to actually have wealth. That's why I was telling that dude, you can't tell no dude in 2026 that he need to have this, that, and the third to be considered to be a Proverb 31 woman's husband because you're not looking at the proper context, my nigga. You ain't have to buy no land, blood. You ain't have to buy no land, man. Land was given to you, boy. And the resources that other people had, it said them houses was filled with goods. People don't even realize that he tell you in Ecclesiastes that he calls the wicked to gather up, to give to the righteous. Yeah, it's laid the wealth of the sinner laid up for the just. Niggas don't even pay attention to that. You did not come into this play having to start from scratch. That's not how he played it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't look at a man and say that he should be able to do X, Y, Z on the natural side of things. And you not, nigga, I live in another land. This ain't my land, my nigga. For me to go get some land for her to be able to plant a vineyard, I got to buy that. That man in Proverbs 31 ain't have to buy nothing. He didn't even have to plant the vineyard. The vineyard was already planted. All I had to do was come in and ball. That's why the people turned on you. That's why they say they got Jeshurun, wax, fat, and kick. Because all they had to do was turn it around and ball. They didn't know what to do. Just imagine that, right? Let's just use this for a case study, right? You know what I'm saying? Just in our mind, hypothetically, right? We in Jacksonville, right? Now just imagine, right? We've been accosted in Alabama. God said, I got a place for you. And I think I mentioned that, and we all come into Jacksonville, and he say, all these houses, all these cars, all this stuff, man, that's y'all, and everything's still there. Imagine we go out there to doggone Queens Harbor, man, pull up, man, fresh Range Rover in the driveway, McLaren in the driveway, nigga got a safe with $500,000 cash in it and jewelry. You know what I'm talking about? You come out there, it's 5 businesses already set up running for you. You ain't have to do no leg work. It's already running. Come on, man. All you got to do is come in and ball, baby. That's all you got to do. That's what your God did. Guess what he going to do again? Listen to Psalm 68:29. Listen what he said he going to do.
Because of your temple at Jerusalem shall kings bring presents unto you.
They going to bring what?
Bring presents unto you.
They going to bring their wealth in. So not only is you going to take them people wealth, they going to bring some wealth. Because that's how gangster he is. Man, come on, man, here, make sure my people straight. You think you finna extract resources from these people all these years and you ain't going to have to come up off of that? Because again, what you say, he said in Proverbs 6, the wealth of the sinner laid up for the who? That's what they making it for. That's why you don't got to get frustrated. Jeff Bezos goofy looking behind making all that bread to give this to a nigga he can't stand. Elon Musk getting all that bread to leave it to a nigga. That's the part that's going to kill them cracker the most. That in that day, they got to turn around and give it to the people they despise the most. You spent your whole life, generations of your family spent all their time building all this stuff to give it to people that you utterly despise. Now that's the blessing of the Lord right there. You know what I'm saying? See, some people be like, you shouldn't say it like that. It is what it is, my nigga. That's what it say. And you can see framework where he did it before. You know what I'm talking about? Like, hey, man, All them 7 Canaanite nations, boy, they all their wealth got laid up for you. The wealth of the Egyptians, they were the whole time they were laying it up, they didn't know they were laying it up for you. They thought they were laying it up for their children's children. Boy, say, ha ha! That's what you thought. Oh, that's what you thought. Snatching. And guess what? I ain't apologizing for that. I told you, man, sister got mad. She was not mad with me. But she was saying, how could anybody support songs talk about taking little children's head and bashing them up against stones, and what type of God would sanction that? And I'll be like, a real one. A real one. Because I say, man, you want me to have compassion and empathy on another nigga children when they ain't had none on mine? Niggas, you dumb? You know what I'm talking about? I say, man, before I got in the word, I wanted revenge, nigga. She's you talking about. I ain't have to get in the word and all of a sudden want revenge, nigga. I can read. I read what they did to my people, man. Look here, man, that easily could have been me. The only difference is I was born in a different time. That's how I look at it. That could have been my mama they hung from that tree and slapped me out of her stomach and stepped on my head. That's how I look at it. That could have been my sister. That could have been your mama. That could have been your old lady. I don't see myself divorced from that situation. You know what I'm talking about? I don't see myself divorced from what you did on Axe Handle Saturday. I don't divorce myself from what you did setting kids in front of crocodiles. I don't divorce myself from that. I don't divorce myself from you going around just killing niggas and hanging niggas from trees. Yeah, I want revenge, nigga, so his children's head getting bashed. Spunky behind should have thought about it before he did it to mine. Or his daddy should have thought about it. But guess what? He didn't. So guess what? Now your children got a better brunt of your mistakes, nigga. Deal with it. The problem is everybody want to tap down around and apologize for stuff because you want to see him some type of way. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm talking about? Man, have y'all really looked into what these people did to you, man? And I get it. You sinned against God. You put yourself in that position for that to happen. I get all that. But he told you and the prophets, man, he said, man, y'all went overboard. And when the iniquity had an end, you kept on going. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff they did. He said, well, I ain't sending you to do all that now. I said a third for the sword, a third for the pestilence. You know what I'm saying? A third for captivity. I ain't tell you to rape nobody. I ain't tell you to rape no men, women, and children. I ain't tell you to do all that. That's what you did because that was in your heart. You got to pay for that. Because we ain't reading Revelation 18. That's what he said. Render unto them double. As they served us, serve them. I think that's equal weights and measures, in my opinion. You don't like it, take it up with God when you see him, because I ain't apologizing for it, nigga. I tell you that right now. And I don't give a damn who unsubscribed or none of that. Well, I stand on that unequivocally and unapologetically. You goddamn right. I want some revenge, nigga. Read Micah 7:5, because Micah wanted it too. Nigga, I did goddamn right. People do you any kind of way, and you want to hug them. Now, don't do their kids like that. Well, what about your children? And I say this, and I'm being dead serious, man. Do you not understand that he told you and Jeremiah that he say since the blood of Israel was slain over here, the slain of the whole world gonna die right here, man? Do you not understand every baby, every man, whether the man was just or unjust? That's another conversation. That blood was spilled on the ground. This land defiled, boy, that blood crying out to that man. What that man law say? If you shed man's blood, by man, your blood must be shed. Well, you got to pay for that. You got to pay for that. And it is what it is. And you niggas got to stop being cowards and feel like you don't want to offend nobody. Because what did the baby do? What did my baby do? My baby didn't do nothing. But he felt comfortable enough with his maggot behind to pull out a goddamn blanket and eat some ham sandwiches and watch my baby get killed. That's how comfortable he felt about that. Do you know the level of depravity you got to have in your mind to say, let's sit down and eat food while you watch somebody be murdered? That's a different level of depravity, man. Come on, man.
He trusts you not in a friend, puts you not confidence in a God. Keep the doors of your mouth from her.
I got you in the wrong place. It's verse 9. Micah 7:9.
Say, I will bear the indignation of Yahuwah because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for
execute what?
Judgment for me.
Talk that talk then.
He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it.
Then my enemy, she that my enemy gonna what?
Shall see it.
And what's gonna happen to that hoe?
Shall cover her which said unto me,
where your God at? That's the part you ain't even looking at. These people doing you like that, they're gonna have an unmitigated gall to say, where your God at? They mocking you. Come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire.
Trodden down like the mire in the street. And it is what it is. Because we ain't even really discussed in great detail yet the persecution that's in Revelation. Because the two witnesses clearly getting persecuted. We reference how Revelation 12 say those who got the testimony and keep the commandments of God, they getting persecuted. You think they just gonna let your children slide? He say, let them ask Yahuwah for mercy and let that be what is straight up and down. That's who they need to ask for mercy, because you ain't gonna get nothing from me. Not in that day. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people think that means you just walk around looking at random churn. God damn it. These people think you just walk around looking at random churn and thinking about, I can't wait to bash his head up against the stone. Ain't nobody thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't thinking like that. But what you looking at it in the regards is, you know that, hey, and a time coming to you, it's something got to go down with that. And it is what it is. And it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? And it is what it is. Because that's what people's problem is. That's what I was telling the sister when we were discussing that, when she was talking about genocide, because she was like, you know, Yah's a war god and he did. That's not the source of the cosmos. Nah, what it is that a lot of people like to do a lot of things that they don't want consequences for what they do. And sometimes the things that you do, those consequences can fall on generations after you. You know what I'm talking about? Because see, everybody want us to be so merciful and forgiving while you get pummeled into oblivion by these people with their power machinations. And that you should just, you know, it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not. Because it wasn't okay. You got to sit back and look at and just think in your mind, even if you could picture such a thing. Man, just think about the fear in that woman's eyes when this man coming around here sexually assaulting her, man. Imagine the fear this woman had in her eyes to watch her son get ripped apart in front of her face. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, man, you got to really, that's real nigga activity, man. You shouldn't even have to be in the word to be moved by that bother you. It shouldn't take the word to get that engine crunk up. Come on with it, man. Revelation 17 and 13.
These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he said unto me, the waters which you saw where the horse sit are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. Mm-hmm. And the 10 horns which you saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Mm-hmm. For Elohim put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Elohim should be fulfilled.
So should they be fulfilled?
And the woman which you saw is the great city which reigned over the kings of the earth.
Now that's good. And this is dealing with the influence that they have. Let's come back to Revelation 18 and 1 and look at what he says.
After these things, I saw another Malachim come down from Shamaim, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his esteem. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, in the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Again, that's the influence.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
That's the reallocating the resources. Go ahead.
And I heard another voice from Shamim saying, Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins.
Don't fool with it.
That you receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto Shamim, and Elohim have remembered her iniquities. Mm-hmm. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled.
Reward unto her double for her what?
to double for according to her words. The cup which she had filled fills to her double.
Filled to her double. She got to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You know, what did the children do? Again, I reiterate, what did your children do? What did your wife do? What did your son do? You know what I'm talking about? You could look at that and you can feel however you want to feel. I say, I've told people this here, they get offended by it. I don't be can though. I'm dead serious about that. Yes. I would want some vengeance. I want you to go to Jeremiah 51, man, verse 47. Tell me what that said. Make it 45. Jeremiah 51 and 45. Now, I told you, anytime you're dealing with, let me tell you something, man. Did you niggas cry for Argentina when you read in the text when the firstborn of Egypt died? Because they damn sure were killing all yours. They ain't have no cares, concern, or regard for doing it. And you who are rendered unto them, what they rendered unto you. He's keeping the same standard now. It goes to show you that these people have never had a problem killing male children of your offspring. Go ahead.
My people, go you out of the midst of her and deliver you every man his soul.
Every man his soul. Why?
Lest your heart faint and you fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. The rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year shall come a rumor. Violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon.
That's right.
And her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her.
In the midst.
Then shall Mahim and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon.
They gonna sing for that hope?
For the spoiler shall come unto her from the north, saith Yahuwah.
What else?
Babylon have caused the slain of Yasharal to fall. So
Babylon are called what?
The slain of Yasharal to fall.
Babylon are called what?
The slain of Yasharal to fall.
So what's gonna happen to her?
So at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth.
Everybody gonna die here then.
You that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still.
Let what come to your mind?
Remember Yahuwah far off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind.
So remember your God and remember his promise. But all these people dying here today, though. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I want you to go back to Revelation 13 and say, man. I just want you to recall this here, because even in this time period we talking about of extreme persecution, you think they're going to kill the adults and keep the children alive? You remember what it said in Zechariah 14? What it said the people going to do to the women? Rape them. You understand the level of depravity and bestial mind you got to have to think this is what you're supposed to be doing? Go ahead, man.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose name is not written in the book of the Lamb of Life, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Paul, go ahead.
Say, he that lead into captivity shall go into captivity.
He that
kill with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So guess what? The beast got to go. You know what I'm talking about? And why does he say he that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword? Genesis 9 and 5. And I know this part that make people uncomfortable. But it ain't supposed to make you comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people we just want peace. You can't have no peace when you got evil people in the earth, man. Psalms 104 and 35 tell you he got to rid the earth of all sinners. They got to go. Because they call destruction, pain, and misery, they malignant and disagreeable. And again, they say the nations are angry. You got to understand power dynamics, man. You think the people want to give up their power, their influence, and their resources, and their authority? You think they want to get that up? You think they want to start worshiping their gods that let them do whatever they want? No, they don't want to stop doing that. But you know, everybody just think this man going to be sunshines and rainbows and giving out hugs. You know what I'm saying? Caviar dreams and champagne wishes. Man, that man coming to spill blood. Y'all niggas got me all the way messed up. You know what I'm saying? You've been blaspheming my name. You've been killing my people. You know what I'm talking about? You defiling my earth. You working wickedness from one end of it to the other with impunity. And you just think I'm supposed to be like, you know what, y'all? It's okay. I know you didn't mean anything by it. And then you think because one thing I told you before, what I don't understood, man. White people only understand violence. That's the only language they speak. All you got to do is do your research, man. I'm talking about historically. I'm talking about governmental wise. They don't understand nothing but violence. They don't understand negotiations, diplomacy, or anything of the sort. They only understand violence. I don't care if you're talking about Englishmen. I don't care if you're talking about Frenchmen. I don't care if you're talking about Russians, Celts, Scottish, whatever the case, Germans, violence. That's all they understand. They ain't got no diplomacy, man. And I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of them African people don't understand nothing but violence too. And if you get the right branch of Asian people, that's all they understand too. Hell, damn near the whole earth. That's the only thing they understand is violence. Black people, the only people don't like to speak that language with other people other than themselves. You'll speak like violence with each other. You don't want to speak no violence with nobody else. You know what I'm talking about? We were talking about that other day, man. That junk still boils my blood to this day. I told you, man, when my homeboy got killed by the police, man, all your whole crew killers, gangsters, killers. Say y'all catching bodies, all this here, but you in front of the memorial building protesting. You out here protesting. Where the killer at now? Now it's Mr. Charlie. Please stop doing this to us. He need to get prosecuted. Why you ain't lurking in the bushes and hiding in the car waiting for him? Because you willing to do it to me. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't never understood that, brother. I ain't never respect. I ain't know none of that, man. Boy, that time we was out these boys, them boys shot that car up. When they say that nigga circled the block too many times and this one cracker can run 15 niggas off the block and all y'all got guns, but you don't want to shoot his car, but you'll shoot mine? Come on, man. You can't tell me you ain't no killer. You know why I say this here? Because the Russian mob don't give a damn. Police or not. They don't care. Chinese mob don't give a damn. We already know the Italian mafia don't give a damn, police or not. Now, this ain't the advocating for go shoot the police. I'm talking about the mindset. They don't care. They don't look, oh, that's the police. We can't do nothing. So that shows you the level of mental conditioning that we have towards Mr. Charlie that other people don't have. Because they ain't going to be like the mob would be like, the Italian mob would be like this here, hey, Paulie, I'll kill you. And if the police get too close and I can whack him, I'm going to whack him too. Because they done it. You know what I'm talking about? They done it. Long as the higher ups in their organization say, hey, yeah, you good, take him out. They done it. They done it with no problem. Hell, people believe that these people took out a United States president. You say just like that guy that got arrested for picking off the cop who killed his son when they lied and said his son had a gun. See, Cub wasn't with it. But see, he motivated, you took my child, I'm going to take you out. But you know, that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? See, my cousin Ben used to have to have GP where if you ain't flashed your light twice, he was getting flood. It say them, it say my cousin them. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. But you ain't gonna do the police like that. You know what niggas say? Because it's gonna make the neighborhood high. Man, if you going to jail whether you shoot me or him. You think it's gonna be worse because they send 10 more police? Because you shot the police, you still going to jail. I just don't see the difference. You know what I'm talking about? But the junk that really irked me is y'all supposed to be killers, man. Y'all self-professed killers. And you asking a white man to not hurt you. I wasn't raised that way. I was raised to never get on my knees or ask a man for a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? If you got to ask a man to be kind to you, you got to ask a man for freedom, then you ain't a man. And what did the Lord tell Peter in regards to something of that along them lines? What he told him? You remember? Read in Matthew 17. Civic don't remember. Verse 24. Now, I had this thought process before the word, so getting in the word, I'm definitely not doing it. I'm not asking them people to do nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, I'm free. You got to be crazy. I ain't doing it. You can do it. I ain't doing it.
Whenever it comes to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter and said, do not your master pay tribute? He said, yes. And when he was coming to the house, Yahushua prevented him, saying, what you thinking about? Of whom do the kings of earth take custom or tribute?
Strangers?
Or strangers? Peter said unto him, strangers.
Did he say the children are what?
Are free.
The children are what?
Free.
Children are what? Free. Then I'm not asking them people to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not protesting. I'm not fighting. I ain't pushing no legislation. I ain't doing none of that. Because the day that I got to ask another man to do right by me is the day I become a hoe. And I ain't doing it. So what you would say? You know what you was? Oh, I know you don't even know why I asked that. You see what I'm talking about? That nigga say, boy, you know what I'm saying? He say, man, dang, I don't forgot it. It's in my brain. I can't even put the words together. I threw myself. You know what I'm saying? He said, you know, my mama could have had he said, I ain't know my mama could have had a girl for that. You know what I'm talking about? No, I'm not on that, bro. And I'm not knocking or disrespecting nobody who feels the need to protest or push legislation. Because, you know, fundamentally, it ain't nothing necessarily wrong with it. But just the values and principles that I adhere to, I absolutely, utterly refuse to ask another man to do right by me. I refuse. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not talking about asking people to do right by you in your personal life. I absolutely refuse to go to another man and ask him for humane treatment as another man. If you don't see me and respect me as a man, then I already know where we stand. I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not begging you. I ain't asking you. I ain't doing none of that. Because my right to be a man is God-given. That's my birthright. The day they pulled me out my mama's womb and seen I had testicles in the penis, boy, it was my birthright to be a man. I don't need to ask permission to live as a man. And I refuse. I'm not doing it. Cracker, screw you. Then what your God told you? The children of what? Okay, then remember that then. You free then, ain't it? Then we ain't doing none of that. But what he said to do after that, though?
So notwithstanding, lest we should offend them, go you to the sea and cast on a hook, or cast a hook and take up a fish the first come up. And when you have opened his mouth, you shall find a piece of money.
You know why that's important? Just because we know we free don't mean we go out of our way to antagonize these people. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's not your land. You ain't got no rule. You ain't got no power here. So we're not going to go out our way to antagonize them. Because he said, lest we what? Offend them. Tell them what offend means now, man.
Autos.
No, you got autos. You got to come.
That is scandalizo. That is to put a stumbling block or impediment in the way upon which another may trip and fall. So, or metaphorically, to offend.
So we're not going to put a stumbling block in front of ourselves to cause ourselves to trip and fall. We're not going to do that. Or cause them to trip and fall. We're not going to do that. That's unnecessary. Why? Galatians 5:14. This is why. I forgot to jump in there. That jump won't break.
For all the laws fulfilled in one word, even in this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Mm-hmm. But if you bite and devour one another, take heed that you be not consumed one of another. This I say then, walk in the Ruach, you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Mm-hmm. For the flesh lusts against the Ruach, and the Ruach against the flesh. That's right. And these are contrary, the one to the other. One to the other. Since you cannot do the things that you would. That's right. But if you be led of the Ruach, you are not under the law. Go ahead. And the works of the flesh are manifest. Let's stop. You know what I'm saying? And of course, when he say not under the law, that man talking about you ain't going to die. Because if you don't sin, you can't die. If you're walking in the spirit of God, God don't die. So how would you have that problem? Did you read that there, man? What's the verse? Oh, that's what you read it. I'm tripping. When he say, don't use your liberty for an occasion to the flesh. Just because you're free don't mean that you have the opportunity to go be carnal. You know what I'm saying? You don't use your freedom as an opportunity to go be carnal. You understand your freedom and you operate within the power of the freedom of which you have. You know what I'm saying? But we know what the play is. Ain't that right, Sid? Let's go back to Revelation 6, man. I ain't even got too far in Nancy. 6:2. Well, you got a demon hunt on your shirt? The Joanne gonna jump up and down about that. Saying I saw him. White horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering into the.
And when he opened
the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see."
What he told him to come look at.
There went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. Great sword.
So he's letting you know that this particular seal is gonna cause war on the earth. You people gonna kill each other. What else?
When he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see."
And beheld.
Lo, a black horse.
This is stuff that's in Zechariah 6, by the way.
He that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
And I heard a voice.
In the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see, you heard not the oil and the wine. Now he gonna destroy the resources. Don't touch the oil and wine, though. We need that. Come on. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, "Come and see."
And what he told him?
And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death and Hell. Power was given unto them, over the fourth part of the earth.
To kill him with the what?
With the sword.
And with what?
Hunger.
And with what?
And with death.
And with what?
With
Listen, that man say he gonna send animals to eat niggas. Read that again, Civic, man.
Saying, I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth.
So a quarter part of the earth gonna have to deal with this.
To kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth.
And when he opened the
fifth seal, I saw under the altar
the souls of them that were what?
Slain for the word of
that were slain for the what?
The word of Elohim, and for the testimony which they held.
What they held?
The testimony.
You see how that testimony keep coming in because that witness is important. The testimony of Yahushua is important because that testimony, what you holding, it would have caused people to despise you. Because when you bear witness of Yahushua, who you really bearing witness to? Your Father in heaven. And when you bear witness to your Father in heaven, you bear witness to his righteousness, his might, and his power, and that offends wicked men. Continue.
And they cried out with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, Kadash and true, do you not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? And white robes are given unto every one of them. And it was said unto them that they should rest for a little season.
And to their fellow
servants also and their brethren that should be killed.
Man, boy, say it's snow flurries out this hole, man. God damn.
So it should be fulfilled. And I beheld when he opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake.
It was some snow flurry last year, wasn't it?
And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth and hair, and the moon became as blood.
And the stars
fell into the earth, even as a fig tree cast for untimely figs.
What else?
Shaken of a mighty wind.
Go ahead.
And Shamahim departed as a scroll, when they rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us.
Now, of course, you know, we can read this in Isaiah 2, by the way.
And hide us from the face of him that sit on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
Go to chapter 8, verse 1, man. We'll just run this stuff down. We'll get back to it. But, of course, you know this is running down. Remember, because he said it. Read Exodus 9 and 14 again, just in case there's that.
For I will at this time send all my plagues upon your heart and upon your servants and upon your people.
I send all the plagues upon your who?
Upon your heart.
And upon your who?
Your servants.
Okay.
And upon your people.
And upon your who?
Upon your people.
Okay. Revelation 8 and 1.
And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in Shamaim about the space of half an hour.
About 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes in heaven. That's wild. That's what it said.
And I saw the seven Malachim which stood before Elohim, and to them were given seven trumpets. And another Malachim came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and it was given unto him much incense, that he should offer with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which is before the throne.
Go ahead.
The smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before Elohim out of the Malachim's hand.
Go ahead.
And the Malachim took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar.
He said, at least you can give the AC a rest. Shoot. I had to tell Mo later there. I'm like, you know, turning up the heat doesn't make the house warm. No, it is not. Your AC is going to work at the level of the temperature that you set it for that the house gets to. You could put that hole on 95. It ain't going to make it hotter. It's just going to make it 95 degrees in the house. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, some people think that's how your bill go up. Because you thinking, okay, if I turn it up, because meaning like once it hit a certain temperature, that whole going to cut off. Because it's not like your car AC. You know what I'm talking about? Know how that junk works. Man, I learned that from an HVAC nigga, man. You know what I'm talking about? And they like, boy, you wasting your time doing that. You say yours on 65 in this weather? You wow. I mean, wow. I ain't gonna lie though, man. I don't know what number that junk on, but that junk really don't need to go past what you keep it on in the summertime. You know, it's that kind, especially in this type of junk when it don't be cold like this here, and you cranking it up and doing this here. That's when your light bill come back and be $700. Especially if your house ain't insulated too well. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, man. Where we at, Silo?
Verse 5.
You say you got 2-3 feet of snow. We ain't going nowhere for about a month. You ain't over it because if you wouldn't have went back up there to live in it. You already know who that is. That's She talking about she over. You ain't over. You love every bit of it. No, you lying.
She had her chance.
Mm-hmm. Straight up and down. Nigga talking about they over it when that snow come. No, you didn't. You lived in a tropical climate and said, nah, you know what would be great? Let me go back to where it's 10 at. Mm-hmm. Those are not me, said the cat. Listen, go ahead.
Said Malachim took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth, and there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake. And the 7 Malachim, which had the 7 trumpets, prepared themselves to sound.
Stop. Now I need to recall to remember what's the significance of these 7 trumpets that these 7 Malachim have. We ain't talking about it. She's talking about it's too hot over there though. It ain't that hot. No, not in this instance. It's been a long, long time.
Repeat the question.
These 7 angels got 7 trumpets. What's the significance of it? That is when they walked around Jericho with the 7 ram's horns, and when they blew them 7 ram horns, see what happened? The walls fell. What happens when we get to this 7 trumpet in Revelation? What happens? Yeah, it all falls down. That was your song, Andy. You know that song, though? And you don't know that song? Okay, how it go?
I'm not about to sing it.
Okay, that's a real nigga right there. My nigga. You say you got to be like, this ain't no damn show monkey.
They said he saw the girl part.
Hey, that nigga, they ain't be tripping me out, man. You know what I'm saying? When that boy told Charlamagne, he said, man, what you gonna tell me, man? You're OG Wendy Williams. I said, damn. I said, God damn. Shalom, brother Market Bag. Yeah, for sure. You say I got my thermostat in my house at 65, but it's only heating. Once it gets hotter than that outside, I'm getting no cooler. Sheesh. I don't see how y'all do it. On purpose? I'm bleeding. Man, I look at, man, I get it, because his kids, man, I'd have been done filed a work visa, man. Let me get the hell out of here, man. Go to America, son, because it don't look like it ain't nowhere warm in the UK. It don't look like it's warm. It look like y'all don't get no sunlight at all. Just dreary. That's probably why the queen was so damn ugly. That's why Charles looked like that. You say we don't need AC here for about 2 days a year? Oh, yeah, I got to move. I'm not going to live nowhere where it's cold 363 days. Oh, no. Oh, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She just told me, it's too hot there, but you got on 6 layers of clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part when people come down here and they talk about it's too hot here. Why is you outside hanging out just for the hell of it? You ain't going nowhere explicitly or specifically that caused you to be outside. You should be going from AC from your house to your car to wherever you going. Because unless you work outside, why is you outside in the heat? That's what I don't understand. Why is you just outside randomly? You didn't go to the park. You're not doing no outside activity. You talking about it's hot. You're in the car. Now I can see if your AC don't work. In trouble is an understatement. You know what I'm talking about? Man, you gotta roll. Man, you gotta roll all the windows down. You gotta put a small fan on your what you call them thing, man? Everything. You know what I'm saying? Because from May to August, boy, you're gonna lose about 20 pounds. Especially if you want to ride with the windows up. Then if it's raining, your windshield gonna fog up. You scarred. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I'd rather take that if it was hot outside, all I need to put on is a basketball jersey or some light t-shirt than to be like I need to put on wool socks and 4 layers of clothes. And I'm stuck in the house because it's snowing. We ain't never been stuck in the house. You ever been stuck in the house? I ain't never been stuck in the house down here. I mean, that's rain. That ain't stuck in the house.
But we still go outside.
Yeah, we ain't stuck in the house. They can't go nowhere.
That's it.
Yeah. You say you'd rather be in a warm climate state than a cold climate state like Michigan in the day. Shoot, I ain't mad at you. Listen, and the boy, somebody in Chicago, negative 35. You can't go outside. What? Listen, if you die from heat stroke, it's because you was outside doing stuff you ain't had no business. That nigga said with that temperature, man, that frostbite was going to hit within 30 minutes of going out the door. I don't want nothing that say I'm going to get bit. Bruh. He said it's cold because you move in creation. Well, shoot, you need to stop moving it then. Hold it in place. Go ahead, man. They said we got...
Saying the 7 Malachim.
Say what time of year is it? About 65 over there? Shoot. Now, you know what I'm saying? This is abnormal temperatures. No, I'm trying to say it's gonna be still a little brisk. I'm trying to say tomorrow 44-23, 54-25, 63-30, 68-38, but then it's gonna rain. And then it's gonna be 56-39, 59-32. But guess what though? It'll be 72 again real soon. So while them niggas right there in the snow shivering and quivering, we're going to be outside with shorts and sneakers on. Right next to the beach. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't even got no beach. Nigga got a river with piss in it. I don't know what they got. Go ahead. You say you haven't left your house in 6 days? I got frostbite inside my house. My God. I don't want to live nowhere where I can't leave my house for a week. Then you scared to cut your pipes on, they might bust. Go ahead, man.
And the 7 Malachim, which had the 7 trumpets, prepared themselves to sound. The first Malachim sounded, and it followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and cast upon the earth. And the third part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass is burnt up.
Now, you know what's the purpose of burning up that green grass? You know, because each mentioned that in the song. You ever listen to the song he did about it? Well, he talked about that when you look at what Yahuwah did with them plagues, and we could come back and look at it. Y'all willing on Wednesday when you look at those plagues, and it's a reference in my mind because we talking about power dynamics. The thing when you look at where he attacked them the most is he attacked them economically. He attacked their cattle, he attacked their land. You know what I'm talking about? And then he attacked their firstborn. When you cripple somebody's resources, you cripple their ability to maintain power. Yeah, you know what song I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Saying the second Malachim sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood. And the third part of the creatures were cast into the sea and had life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed. And the third Malachim sounded, and there fell a great star from Shamim, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of water. And the name of the star is called Wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. And the fourth Malachim sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, the third part of the moon, the third part of the stars. So as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it. And the night.
And you know that's the same plague that hit Egypt. And I beheld. Well, we can stop right there, man. We come back. That boy said it'd be 70, 80 degrees in the summer. Rarely get over 90. No, that ain't perfect. That man say it's cold 363 days out the year. He said, man, they get 2 days. He said, we don't need AC here for about 2 days a year. I don't like cold, bro. I can deal with it. I don't like it. You like the cold, Toby, man? What you don't like about it? Oh, you know. You know. But hallelujah for Yahusha, man. Let's start right there, man. We got 2 hours, 40 minutes in, man. I will come back and look at that, especially the economic background. Just get the framework of certain things, man. We still need to come back and look at how the iniquity get removed out the land in Zechariah 3 and 8. A few other points. Hold on. Because some of this stuff we ain't talked about in a long, long time. But yeah, Zechariah 6, that part where we were reading about them horses, you ever recall that? That's Zechariah 6, chapter 1, verses 1 through 8. That way you'll see that at lot. Y'all willing, we can come back and touch on that, man. He said when he came down here in 2019, that was next level. I could believe it. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? And we'll deal with that. Are y'all familiar with Zechariah 6? Look them horses, man. I know you know about the pale horse. Everybody know about the pale horse. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody done read that book. Man, we can't enjoy no weather out here, man. It's cold as hell. It's probably gonna be in the teens around here tonight, man. I ain't seen teens in a long time. I can't remember the last time it was in the teens around here. We come out and deal with that. Well, I think
like 21.
21. I don't want to do that. I hope that nigga don't make no more music, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Bless y'all the house. I'll in the name of y'all. Y'all love y'all. Y'all with it, man. We'll be back on Wednesday, man. I think that jump was. It's sometime in March.